Is Speak to Plants a first level spell? I don't think it is, but I'm gonna go look that up.
It might be a second level spell, but I think it's a first level spell.
Why should it be something stupid like a fifth level spell?
It's not that high. I guarantee you it's not that high.
They do some kind of silly things though sometimes.
It's third level.
A plant sees a lot.
That's so true.
Speak with animals is the first level spell.
Wow, they literally make it harder to talk to plants than animals.
I mean, well, animals have a mouth and shit. Trees, yeah. That trees are be hard to speak to, but it'd be cool.
Well, what if you get a Venus flytrap?
I feel like Venus flytraps will be able to sing if you speak to plants.
Oh fuck. You're probably
But
what the
critique capitalism and eat bugs.
What? What was that, Pat?
I said,
oh, that was a completely different song than the one I was going for.
Yeah, no, I was definitely not singing the same song. I have no idea what you were singing.
Well, it was about to be. It was about to be. I Need a Hero.
Amazing.
No, it's the part right when the chorus kicks in. Unfortunately, it's just me.
Amazing. Ryan is telling us to.
Yeah, I know. I'm doing the social media shit. Thank you.
Everybody, please share this so that we can get some money. Checker. Well, I mean, not actually checker, but. Thank you, Brian.
JK, unless.
Unless. Oh my god.
I need to create like a copy paste show link that I can just like boop, come and look at my stupid face on the internet. I'm gonna pretend to be an elf.
Yeah, no, 100%.
I think I just wrote it. That's actually that's a really good tagline.
Mm-hmm. Everybody bring your face mask. We're going to Venehollenheim. Or Swappshaven, whatever. Forget what the place names are. Hey, Chris got his cam on. Woo!
I'm trying to find like a perfect place to stick it so that it can.
Well, the man is right over there. That's where I would if I were you. The man.
I'm sorry, what?
She's making a stick it to the man joke.
Oh.
I know. I thought this was going in a different direction as well.
I thought you saw a man in my house.
Either. Oh my god, I'm probably terrified the fuck out of Greg. Greg, who's that person behind you?
Don't play this game with me.
I'm sorry.
Now I'm just thinking of the guy who used to stream his weed stash and then he got robbed on stream.
Oh my god. Bruh.
I'm thinking about that one stream where the guy was streaming a game and like his door closed by itself behind him and people were like, bro, your house is haunted as shit. And I was like, you're just gonna keep playing? You're just gonna sit there and not
hey, there's another one. There's another one where a guy was streaming some game. I don't remember what he was playing, but he ended up setting his house on fire.
At some point, I feel like streamers just like welcome death. So they might as well have the most clippable one possible.
He didn't do it on purpose. Like he accidentally started a fire in the trash can, and then was terrible about putting it out. 1 second.
For Freistadt on diesel shot as we enter.
Guys, Guys, I'm gonna drop off for a second because we're gonna have to reset the router.
It's all good.
No.
I'll be back as soon as I can.
So, because I'm an alcoholic, as the minute I was done making that mime, I was like, damn, you know, it'd be cool. A mounted archer.
We, technically speaking, have one of those in Freistadt, James's character.
Oh, yeah, riding Loretta.
Indeed. We gotta get him back. He's normally around. I should have messaged him tonight. I've been messaging him tonight. I just didn't message him about this. I wasn't sure how many people we would have. So yeah, and I've sent the everyone. I've sent the links. Hello Twitch chat. Where are we yickety yak at?
Well, Freistadt.
I see 2
with
viewers.
regards to where we're at. I'll make it 3. Fine. Be that way. Have you put out the link and stuff?
I put out the link on Facebook and Twitter, and I've sent the and I've dropped it across all the Discord channels.
Hey, well, we should see people start rolling in pretty soon. Twitch.app.link. Yeah. Because otherwise I will not be able to interact with you lovely people.
Thank you for the host, Fiendish Bag.
Oh, shit! Alright.
Your swing. Queer swing. Okay.
Alright, let's get started.
Let's get it started. Huh?
Let's get it started. Oh, these pictures of mantises are so cute. Mantises are so beautiful. Oh, I love bugs. Sorry, closing tabs.
It's all good. Hold on, did we lose Elizabeth?
I don't know. What a strange stream start. You're just like, oh no, everything's going poorly. It's alright, we're all here for you. We're here for you, boo. Here for you, queer for you. Where's that picture that I have of like a golden gas cloud? I'm trying to find that on my Instagram so that I can chill the fuck out of it. I made it all the way back in the hookah episode, so it should be coming up against it. There we go. So, Lee, in order to prepare for our venture into the miasma-ridden location, we should probably consider wearing some gas masks of some kind. Face masks, whatever. Have we determined that there's any valid way of...
And before this is actually just like the PSA episode?
True story. Lee came up with this concept of a region way before the COVID crisis came out.
Oh yeah, I hate it when that happens.
Yeah, I know.
When you write a game and predict the future.
Mm-hmm.
You should be careful.
We had mentioned that that they're trying to like make it less of a disease thing and more of like a persistent cloud over the city sort of deal. So like, you know, not really plague anymore is kind of what I'm hearing, which I like.
Well, what about this idea for a plague? Contagious mental illnesses.
Sounds.
What if you could? What if you could catch paranoia?
Sounds like Facebook.
Yeah, I'd say that sounds a little too real, Greg.
Sounds like Facebook. Just reinvent the wheel here.
That's mental illness, love.
Huzzah! I return.
Yay! And I think that Elizabeth got back at the same time.
I know, crazy. Oh, hey, we've got 10 viewers. Wait, let's start the thing. So we're going to be going into Venezuela. Leave. Is it Venezuela? What's the place we're going? I keep saying Venezuela all the time.
It's fun to say,
I'm
isn't
wrong.
it?
It is fun to say, yeah, but it's not right. What is the word?
So the place where you guys know there's been a monster stalking the mists, and one of you said that you do something about it, is South Haven. Hi, Elizabeth.
Ah. Hello, South. Elizabeth.
Hello, my laptop is restarting right now.
It's just funny because, like,
on my laptop soon.
No.
Excellent.
She will be back.
Yeah. So, South Haven is where there are some creepy things that is in the clouds, as it were, hunting. Who's it hunting, Lee? Is it hunting the peasantry? Is it hunting tradesmen? I forget exactly.
It's hunting anybody in the mist.
Right. I believe there's someone hunting specifically the tradesmen too, right? Yeah, it doesn't matter. So let's go kill this mist monster, shall we? Get everything under control in the miasma-ridden part of the city. As much as we can, at least. And, of course, I will be employing some sort of face cover. I don't actually have one of my face masks on my person at the moment, believe it or not. I use them for work, but it would make a fun prop.
Lee, could I have received my my armor by now? From
Red Iron Armor?
Yep.
Indeed.
Ah, yay. My AC increases by 1.
And Lee, that thing that I mentioned earlier, is that something you think is an okay first level spell? Or is that...
I think it's fine.
Yeah? Okay. So I've been... my character has been practicing a little bit with the nucleic spells that she has access to now that she's a proper practitioner of the Daemoness of Greed. And one of them is called self-preservation. Very befitting a greedy soul such as my own. I will be casting it on myself before we get into the city. Maybe like...
What is self-preservation? That's not a spell I'm familiar with.
It's a homebrew.
Oh.
Taxes gave it to me in my dreams. She said, I don't want you getting sick, so I'm going to give you advantage on constitution saves to avoid getting sick or poisoned. For an hour. Pretty dope.
Okay.
It's probably pretty underpowered, but I didn't want to go like too far into things. And honestly, I just figured it would be useful.
It's nothing compared to protection from good and evil.
True, however, I don't know necessarily if the miasma is good or evil.
Well,
as far as I'm concerned, it's just a big purple cloud. It makes people.
This is why Vancian magic systems are flawed.
I mean, there's a lot of reasons Vancian magic systems are flawed, TBH. But
yeah,
we're a group of Dungeons and Dragons players who criticize the system heavily, consistently throughout.
I mean, what else would we do?
Yeah, we criticize.
Complaining is what I do best.
We criticize it because we love it, so we notice its flaws and we want it to be better. Here are the flaws. Please fix them, people who make the game.
Give us like a pool of magic points.
Please fundamentally change everything that you're about.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
And if any of you, if anyone responsible for the making of Witch Bolt are listening, that spell is terrible.
Oh, God, yeah, it's fucking whack.
Please either make the additional damage a bonus action to activate, or make the extra damage from your concentration scale like the initial strike does. Or
you could just straight up nix it and make a cooler spell called Witch Bolt, because Witch Bolt's a cool fucking name, and that's a fucking stupid ass spell. Gotta spend the whole turn pointing at you. Everyone can see me, my little line intelligence. It's fucking dumb. They should call that spell the Evil Eye, because you gotta like maintain the Evil Eye or whatever to keep fucking them up, and you'll look just as dumb as the damage output makes. But I can't even get into this. My headache is. Ooh.
All right. So,
I mean, you don't have
Poggers.
the view. It's just
I
as
connected
long as
to the
they
internet.
stay within range.
Amazing. So I'm gonna move.
But that's
the
all
group
you can
down
do.
here.
So it's kind of like.
Yeah,
My computer has been slowly dying for the past few months. I'm actually surprised it even connected.
But here's the thing though. Since it scales a D12 for each slot above first, me as a warlock, I have I think I currently still have 3rd level spells. I don't think I get 4th level until next.
Not till 7.
Yep.
Right,
so right now,
trust me, I've been counting.
Yeah, I'd be. So right now, if the higher levels the sustained damage scaled, I'd be doing 3d12 lightning damage, and then I could use my action to do another 3d12 lightning damage. Only it automatically happens, and I don't have to make a spell attack the next few times.
Here we are. We begin as we mean to go on, and you are in Freistadt in the 5th watch, and you find that the city around you is somewhat repaired and back to normal. Yay!
My lead!
Yeah, so things are pretty alright in Freistadt. You hear the sounds of saws and hammers as people begin to, put things back together. But to your northwest, you see a purple haze. You see a series of structures, and all along
epic. That's like the
all along the
Hendrix
figurative
song.
watchtowers. You see a low-hanging miasma, which chokes the city.
That good kush.
You know that the ailments which have struck the city have largely been dealt with between the efforts of the League and unknown benefactors, helping the Father of Mercy faction. However, you also know that there's been some conflict and that League members are turning up dead in the miasma. But you also know that there are general all-purpose stalkers in the mists. Wande Bath's Templars having identified one of them and pointed it out to you, or at least told you about it.
A stalker, you said?
A monster stalking the mists.
Also, I believe 12-sided guy or Herr Detlef has a spirit tablet specifically for this beast.
Oh shit! Is it a spiritual beast?
Too bad he's not coming.
I mean, so yes, he does have a tablet related to it. It's not like the thing is a spirit. It's like they gave him something that would help him fight it.
It's a special tool that'll help us later.
Okay.
Yeah, so
what do we want to do about protection in the miasma here?
So I'm going to cast a spell on myself. I can't do it all that many times.
Lee, it's been a while. I don't remember. What do we remember about the miasma?
It doesn't make you sick, but hanging out in it can be a bit debilitating.
I think I might... What in the goddamn hell was that?
That was a problem.
I think I might consult some of the arcane tomes we found in order to find some way to protect myself under dealing with this.
I should do some research as well.
Sorry about that. All the tabs that I had open when I restarted my computer all opened at the same time.
Oh shit!
And I had to rush and close them. And I forgot about that before, and I forgot to mute myself before doing that. Sorry.
That should be happening to me.
I'm doing a religion roll.
I'm joining the game. I like this. I like the side camera. I might keep this. Wait. Let me see if I can
I'm also fucking visit, as they say.
Oh shit. Okay. My little phone stand. My phone's camera is much better than my laptop's camera, so I feel like that's the way to go. All right.
Arcana to know more about the miasma. What exactly, or debilitating how?
Like, it makes it hard to breathe, but it doesn't stay in your lungs when you leave it. It's just like, there's a dank kush cloud over the area. Like, you get the feeling that... Roll me a medicine. Actually, roll me a medicine. I would say with an arcana, with that arcana, you would think that maybe there is something magical about this mist's presence here, even if the mist isn't inherently magical. One, because you don't see a lot of purple mist, and two, because it's been over a week and this shit is clinging to certain coastal regions of the city. Although not Freistadt, which you think can be explained by the fact that, as you guys noticed, there are like heavy cliffs around Freistadt. It's called Hightown for a reason.
Oh yeah, and also the marijuana, but that's unrelated.
Yeah, no, I mean they have the white salt. They have like the white powders in Freistadt.
Oh shit! Okay.
Oh, they got the hard stuff.
Salzhaven and Buse.
I feel like they probably are fans of my petitioner as my deity as well.
I'm not going to bother rolling a medicine after that 25 medicine roll.
Oh, scheiße. Damn. I'm outshined. With my miraculous 18.
You rolled a 19 and you have a -1. You did
know.
Spectacularly well.
I know.
For your character.
Exactly. She knows nothing about medicine.
+7 gang.
Okay, yeah. I'm going to go ahead.
Healing things. This is what we pay the help for.
Scylla has as much has it rolled as well on the die as you have total.
I know. This is fun. We're having fun.
Yeah, so you guys are, I mean, all right. So let me put it this way. So, Debbie Pade, you know that if you were to begin your turn in the miasma, you would not be able to take the dash action on that turn.
Oh.
It gets in your lungs.
You just gotta have protection
additionally,
of some sort.
you know that ranged attacks made against something that is in the miasma or is on the far side of a cloud of miasma from you would have disadvantage.
I see.
It's hazy.
Yeah, so
Hazy, I'm also
it's a purple haze.
Town's been hotboxed for a week. You can't see shit.
Oof.
Through that cloud of dank kush.
Under normal circumstances, perhaps it's pretty interesting in other ways, but we have jobs to do. And I don't smoke on the job.
And she's always on the job.
And I'm always on the job.
Deadly paid is no fun.
No, that is her character. She had fun once. She didn't like it.
Then it apparently wasn't fun.
So
I think Debbie Page enjoys the little things in life, like killing poor people.
She does. That's one of the things she likes. She also likes killing the rich people. It's really not about class affiliation.
yeah,
it's more about.
I feel like rich people. I feel like rich people do way more tax evasion.
Yeah, no, actually, she probably kills more rich people. To be brutally honest.
Oh, bless.
Yeah, no, she's.
That looks like an alignment change, actually.
9. No,
That's a shift. That's a shift to neutral at least.
Being evil.
A shift to neutral at least. No, she's the IRS, you know, like she's not here to judge, she's here to fuck.
Yeah, no, she's equal opportunity.
We digress heavily. The party is in Innenstadt. You know that the danger is in Salzhaven. Would you guys go anywhere or do anything or research anything to learn more? Like, do you have any resources to call upon, or are you just gonna like walk into the mist and see what the first thing is that tries to goes bump in the night and cap it?
Who's all
Did
with us
I-
today?
So
Did I
we
learn
have
anything with my 25,
25 medicine?
roll? I switched back to my
yeah,
laptop.
Sila,
because the
you
phone wasn't
believe
working
that
for me.
if you were to submerge some cloth in a sort of like a lilac and brine solution, you might actually be able to lessen the effects of prolonged exposure to the miasma, and you might be able to dash while beginning to turn
shite.
into miasma cloud.
Okay, we totally do that.
Yeah, no.
Where are we
there's no
gonna find lilacs?
We have
Um,
druids who can druid craft, and they can make flowers easily enough with that.
That's fair. Do we have like salt?
I actually-
yeah, well,
I actually grow
you're
lilacs
on
in
the
my
ocean, like, so you can go by Council Park and just like go down to the docks and just get some salty water.
Okay, that's epic.
Yeah.
Lee, so the first investigation was to see if I know anybody who knows anything about where this thing is. The second investigation was to know where I could find some lilacs, and I got a 23. I think my character has a garden and grows lilacs in the garden.
You find some lilacs, you find some salt water, and Deputy Paid, you know of...
I like pretty flowers.
Me too.
What's so wrong with that?
Absolutely nothing.
Top left, Kathos like that. Yeah, you know of
Callus is shocked and amazed.
you know
I have what they might call a green thumb underneath my black gloves.
so you know of a man.
I would like to do a bit of investigation as well.
Oh yeah, describe
I'm
to
actually
me.
just like I haven't done yet.
Wait, what color tiefling are you?
Ambiguous.
You
I
look
always
very
imagined
pale.
you were pale white, stark white.
Yeah, no, she's probably kind of pale
paper.
gray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I'm hearing is 404, melanin not found.
Well, I mean, she's kind of like the fucking trolls from Homestuck is what I'm imagining.
Oh,
I imagine like snow elves with horns, but yeah, that works too.
I am blessed by an ignorance of not knowing anything about Homestuck.
Lee, we're all
Same.
Homestuck.
I
Oh,
hate that
okay.
series. No. I hate the fandom.
Fair.
Is it a show or a web cartoon or what?
It's a webcomic.
It's a
it-
web cartoon.
Lee,
You know,
it's,
my brother's Steam name is still like Homestuck based. He
I
hasn't
only read the
changed it
comic-
in years,
it's,
like a decade.
the color is like shale.
Yeah, it's true. I only read the comic because 3 of my subs kept calling me Vriska for some reason, so I figured I'd have to look into what that was. Apparently I'm a terrible person. I fuck with it.
All right. So, Kathos, you're a bounty hunter.
Right.
Dog, the big bad dog, Kathos. You have a contact in the who lives not in the region but in Schmeidku.
Okay.
And you know that they are a middle man. Actually, they are a middle woman, excuse me. She works in getting stuff like monster horn and chitin to blacksmiths who know how to use it in Schmeidku. So she's the person you go to if you want to buy monster parts. You think she might know something about this.
Okay. Let's go pay her a little visit.
Ah, wunderbar.
Let's
Oh,
hope
that
that
is
guy
not actually you
arrives.
talking.
Who is H in this chat?
I think it's Elizabeth.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave.
Lee, so I was kind of also thinking about using my ear to ground too, and I got a 20 on my investigation roll. Would I perhaps maybe know the same person or something?
You might, but you actually your thoughts took you to Jan Ken. Jan Ken is a man who operates a small ferry, and he takes people out towards some of the islands to the west. And he used to have a ship. Now he's downgraded to a ferry, and he mostly takes people like diving. And in return for helping them, he gets a cut of what they get: pearl diving, monster hunting in the water, that sort of a thing.
Whoa!
You know he's located near a brewery on the docks in Salzhafen. It's possible you
He's
could
also
reach out.
sensitive about his name that sounds like paper, rock, scissors.
Does it?
Jenkin.
I don't get it.
Now that I've screwed up the cameras.
Jenkin
Hey,
is
12 signs.
Jenkin is the Japanese term for paper, rock, scissors.
Oh wait, Toad, you're totally right. I've actually heard of this. Feel embarrassed.
Sideshow who? Janken.
Alright, so
Yeah, exactly.
I'm
Yeah,
a
my
weeb,
mom-
sorry.
Yeah, I'm not a weeb, but my mom speaks fluent Japanese, so.
Oh, that's epic.
Dude,
I
mom's a
just
weeb.
watched JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
What is that?
Not telling.
It's bizarre, is what it is.
Okay.
And it's
It
pretty
is bizarre. Every character in it is like
I'll be right back.
A pirate?
well,
It's
no,
like
I've heard
no,
about-
no,
Nubia,
I've heard
it's
about a pirate
Red
thing.
If
comedy
JoJo
at
was
a
not
style.
very specifically involved with a certain woman, like right from the first episode, he would absolutely be gay. Everyone in the show is like super. It is
Oh,
like
that's really homophobic. I can't
no,
believe you
no.
would say something
It is
like
like legitimately everything. Every character in this show is like it is what's the actual term for
Camp.
Effeminate?
Yes, sure.
Bara?
One of their attacks is in the first season is like called the Ripple, and it makes you all sparkly, and they are just ripped as shit, and they are super
Oh my God.
homoerotic.
That's funny.
Okay, I will warn you.
that.
Though,
It's like a generational shit. It's a really cool show if you can stomach anime. And
I generally speaking can.
also, if you can get
that's
past,
fair.
you have to manage to get past the first episode because
The first episode is not that great.
I just remember lick.
Huh?
Okay,
Oh yeah,
the first
that's in
episode
the third
is
part though.
the first episode has the villain of the series, Dio, destroying JoJo's life simply because he can.
It was me,
For-
Dio. Is that guy?
That's the guy. That's the guy. You're funny.
For shits
Oh.
and giggles, for no other reason than he can, he completely
He's just
fucks
a-
over.
yeah.
And he goes well out of his way to destroy everything JoJo cares about. In the first episode, he literally locks his dog in the furnace, so when the furnace gets turned on, the dog is killed.
What the hell?
Yeah, no,
That's-
JoJo is
He's evil. He's like literally like
Dio.
archetypical evil. Like
He is utterly and completely a piece of shit, and the fact that he will not stay dead pisses
he
me
is
off.
canonically gay though, so he's alright. Because you all know that gay people can't be bad.
I don't know what you guys are saying. Are you implying that I have a thing for gay supervillains? Never.
No, it's just you asked about JoJo's, and JoJo's
No.
is
All right.
Alright.
Here we are, adventuring in the wonderful
Hey,
world of
right back
Freistadt.
into it.
Harry Detlev and the group are here.
For
You
the
have
viewers.
you got two people. Hey, D&D Plus. You got two people on the ropes. You got a contact in Schmiedku. You got a contact in Salzhaven. Where are we headed first, gang?
So my Q probably, the best bet for the first
Yeah.
thing to do, right?
With Stall Shrine under lockdown by the Templars, there's nothing really like going bump in the night over there right now. So it's probably a little bit on the safer side. You could swing by and pick up red iron weapons from Wrath if you didn't already have them, and talk to
Armor?
Yeah.
Possibly?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
epic, very epic. What type of armor?
Dark Prince. I believe I gave restrictions. What were they? Or did
I don't remember.
What did you
it.
get?
I asked for some half plate.
Okay, yeah. So you can have up to half plate.
Okay, that's great. That's still better than what I have now, so that's completely
Yeah.
Very appreciated.
A half plate is a AC 15 plus a maximum of 2 from your dex.
Yeah, I know. I have my PhD open right now.
I definitely heard that as I have my PhD open, and she was about to like whip out like some facts.
Like I'm gonna learn you on
D&D.
AC classes in D&D.
Actually have
AC classes.
Amazing.
You are still muted, 12 guy. Just okay, not anymore.
12 guys, burgers and fries.
12
So
guys.
a lot of fucking burgers and fries.
Oh man.
All right, so where are we dropping? What's the first stop?
I kind of assumed Schmiedku based on what I heard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we prep with I have a water skin with that mixture, so we can re-up our cloths if we need it.
Oh, very
Excellent.
nice.
And Detlev has the spirit tablet to help us find or deal with.
I have a spirit tablet. I have some ghost removing oil. I've got some water from the pool for some reason at the temple. I don't know if that.
You sure nobody's peed in that?
It was
Thank you so much for the raid earlier. Oh my god, did I not call
I know
it out?
someone died there. Probably.
So there might be a little pee in it.
Ah, yeah. Okay.
I assume fish have had sex in it.
All right.
No.
You guys
that's
are
gross.
walking through the streets, and you find your way to the house of the person who you know as the seller of monsters. It's right here, next to this apartment.
Nice.
Where? Can you pick it?
Right by Callus. I'm sorry. Roll
She
20.
seems like a cool
Oh,
person.
okay.
Roll 20 is locking up
Oh,
and
there
being
we are.
hella laggy for me tonight. I do not know why.
I was too far away to see it.
Yeah, but like even
wait.
I click and it takes a second to register. So I'm sorry. Tonight's probably going to be yet another rough technical night from Roll 20.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll fireball the door.
So, where is
Not
this?
the corona.
Did you say this was Lee? I see we're right next to Wrath's place, but
Well, this woman, she sells monster parts and Titan and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
this is
And so-
Oh.
you are in
you're-
She might have
Schmied.
come across.
Is she single?
Good evening, ma'am.
He's like, oh, good evening. Kathos. Off hunting bounties with the city on the ropes.
Oh, yeah, you know how it is. I know, you happen to sell, monster parts from time to time, right?
Certainly.
Come across any hunters who try to hunt whatever monster that might be in the mist?
Actually, some Templars came by. I think they were with the people at Stall Shrine. They said that they went to relieve their friends at Wan Baths and killed something that was lurking around. It had the strangest claws, although they kept significant portions of the body to be dried and sent somewhere. They did sell me the claws. Strange things, can't say I've seen them before. She comes up to this, and she, takes out a green glass, and you see that it looks like, that...
Does she mind if I come in?
No, yeah, she would gesticulate, come in. And
this is a beautiful little plant you've got.
It's like, oh, thank you.
God.
Yes, it's it just started sprouting after the disaster. But she indicates that you're free to sit around her table, and she brings the jar that has in this amniotic fluid looking ass green jar. She's got claws floating, and she's like, yeah, I know everything like them. I think they could go well. Maybe cut up and play Tetsubo. Or just sort of as ornamentation on a helmet. Lots of things. Hey, if you're looking to buy, I'm looking to sell. If you're looking to get more, I'm looking to buy.
What's the solution you've got it floating in?
Oh, this is just something I got from Wrath to help it keep longer. Sometimes if you're really fancy, you see she gesticulates to how there's still some biological matter clinging to think of like the red rawness underneath a totally peeled off fingernail. That, but like a claw. And she's like, yeah, some people like to keep that preserved. It can help sort of reach out to the spirit of the entity, and it's used in some of the crafting processes for the more fancy people. Most of them won't need it, but I like to keep the goods as high value as possible.
Okay. Yeah. Do we want to buy this?
Yeah.
I suggest we at least examine it and see what it might have come
from.
Examine
it. She'll let you freely examine it. I could certainly have a nature check. Do any of you have a background as one who hunts monsters?
I do, in fact, have the Monster Hunter background.
Well, I would dare to say that might give you advantage, my good sir.
There you go.
Wait, if you need a visual, I sent it to your DMs.
It's not gonna help. I got a 10.
Oh.
It helps me not have a 2.
I like that art.
Wait, are we
but it doesn't
rolling
look
medicine?
like claws.
Well, no,
nature.
Nature? Alright.
Yeah, I got advantage because I have a runner background, but
doesn't hurt to help. Oh, okay.
I'm sure I got 4 in nature. I'll fucking give that shit.
For the lulls.
Alright.
No.
I don't know things about. Oh God. Apparently, I know exactly what this is.
You know more than the rest of us.
What is with me
I know a
rolling
little
well
bit
and things that I'm shit at? There's no right. There's no like actual reason that I should have the highest roll.
All right, so
you just did it before. That's just how it.
So Callus,
because Roll20 hates me. You
never
me roll well on any of my rolls.
Did anything like that. I would say the next relevant role would be Kathos. Based on the shape of the claw, you suspect it's a little bit more nubbed than normal, but it's still good for slashing. You think that this might be some sort of amphibious or even waterbound creature.
Huh.
Debt be paid.
Gross.
You've heard rumors of such creatures in the Isles to the west. Creatures that come with strange storms. And mostly live underwater. Creatures that are normally kept... creatures that cling to the bottom of the sea unless they're washed up, but, normally their natural predator is... Their natural, enemy is large groups of giant crabs along the base of the water.
Of course,
if those were to be saying...
What about those, Sorry.
Wait.
We did just find those fish things in the cave before.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that sounds like those things we already fought.
Yeah, so there are several things that are of a deeper sea ecology, which are kept at bay. You think that this is one of those. You don't think it's the same entity. You don't think it's one of those weird goblin-y, water-deep one things. You think it's bigger, meaner, and it is a lone predator.
Oh, it's a lone predator.
Yeah, I would say Debbie Pay would know that this is a lone predator. She doesn't know the technical name for it, but she does know that it's associated with mists, and she thinks it has a really big grappling tongue that it likes to grab its foes with and then draw them closer, and then either vor them in one go or slash them up a bit, hacking off unnecessary
limbs. Don't like that word you just used, but okay.
What word?
Slashing? Crackling.
No,
judging.
The phrase in one
judging
go.
by the size of this claw, how big do I think this monster is?
Judging by the size of the claw, Kathos determines it is and Dippy will concur, is likely a large creature.
All right.
However, it is suggestive of a creature which is capable of bending and winding through tighter spaces, so it's possible it could have gone through. It could go through doorways with some effort.
Okay.
Interesting.
Well, thank you very much. I don't think. I mean, I kind of spent the last of my gold learning a spell, so I'm money to spend on this. If you guys think it's worth putting in,
how much it is, if you want it.
How much do you want for it?
Well, do you want all 10 claws? All 10 claws?
What would we?
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I'll give you
What do we do with it?
10 gold for 10 claws.
She's like, there was a little more than 1 gold a claw. I'd say, what about 20 gold for 10 claws?
Do you think there's any
I
like
look towards
alchemical
y'all.
use for the claws?
What did you ask?
Yeah, what would we do with it if we got it?
I really don't know.
Can I roll like medicine or something, or use my like alchemist kit?
You could roll Arcana, you could roll Alchemist Kit's proficiency.
Alright, epic.
Yeah, I really don't know what I could use them for. Being a hoarder at this point.
I don't know
I make
shit
him a punching weapon.
because I can literally never roll well for any skill check that is not
Oof.
charisma based
Right.
on this character. Never.
Callus
It won't
truly
happen.
does have like a curse on those fucking knowledge rolls.
Yeah, no kidding.
Okay, well, yeah, I mean, as 12-sided guys say, it would be self-evident that you could make a punch dagger of sorts with this. You could make, like, a spiked knuckles with it. You could make, like
Where
an...
Dad's mind goes.
You could make, like, an Aztec-style beat stick, or Japanese
Nice.
Tetsubo,
Oh,
that
I
either,
know
like...
exactly what you're
Or
talking about.
Tetsubo?
Yeah, or
No,
Tetsubo,
not like a Tetsubo, like one of those shark tooth clubs.
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
fuck.
a
Yeah, no,
shark
I
tooth
knew-
club would be more straightforward. You could technically stud the Tetsubo with the. It wouldn't be a great idea, really.
Yeah.
But there's a few things you could do with it. But like a shark tooth club, an Aztec style
William
beat
backwards.
stick, lots of options here. Those are
A
the most direct
Maquashi with low.
applications.
That's what it is.
What is it?
A Maquashi with low.
Ah.
Oh, fuck.
I was gonna say
It's
I
the-
don't
you know,
know the technical
those
term for
big
it, but-
Aztec sticks
Yeah,
with the
yeah.
fucking, with the fucking
just-
thing sticking out of it.
I've never
Big
actually
city.
heard it spoken. I've
Yeah.
never heard it, seen it written.
I actually have
I
one of
gave
those,
one to a player in my other game.
Oh,
He
shit.
got it off of Lizard Folk.
So again, if you
Nice.
want them,
I actually have a shark tooth club for a lizard folk I'm playing in another game.
No kidding.
Nice.
Well, yeah, no. So I don't necessarily see any purpose of us getting these. We're probably going to run into one today. We can get them for free.
Just the idea of getting this Shark Tooth Club is pretty sick to me. So
okay.
I do kind of. I'll pitch 10, and if someone wants to spot me 10, that'd be cool.
yeah, I got you covered, man.
All right, cool. Thanks.
Yeah, so Detlev takes out his big old pot of money that he has from a previous adventure, like throws down 10 gold from that. Kathos puts 10 gold, and she's like, "Always a pleasure to do business with you, Kathos. You find any more of this, you know who's buying."
You got it. Thank you.
But yeah, she also says, "Yeah, I will warn you. When the Templars came by, they were a little beat up, and some of them were saying that it seemed like the thing could just like it would disappear into the mist, and then it would come back out of the mist, and it was hard to keep track of in spite of how big it was. I don't know if that's helpful for you or not, but it seems like they had a hard time with it."
Actually, it is. It reminded me of what I meant to ask you before we decided to buy this shit. Fuck. Was there any bait being used? Does anyone come and look for bait to try to hook this thing?
It seems to like people very well.
She says, bait. You know, the Templars didn't mention it. I think that they use some of their, I mean, you know, they say stuff and their swords glow up, and I think they had a cleric with them. I think they must have done some, I think they used the logos. I think they used divine magics to find this thing.
Divine magic, you say.
All right.
I probably don't have that spell.
Well, thanks so much for your time and your help, and you have a beautiful.
No problem,
shop.
no problem. Yeah, the neighborhood's been on the up since the Templars came. After you guys, of course, finished things off at Stall Shrine, but then the Templars came by, and you know, I have a ghost name now, but he doesn't. He mostly keeps to himself when he's not counting out loud and banging on his sword.
Wait, he's
Yeah,
still
you-
around?
you eventually,
Muffled
if you
through a
drown
wall,
out,
you hear
right?
8,501. 8,502. Yeah, she's like, "Oh yeah, he's still around. He's still around."
Next time Spring and I get into the same room, we have to have that argument.
Yeah, I
It's
think
like
I know. I think that
die
I
for-
think that the Templars and the clerics they locked down the hill, and they said that we should be careful about any waking spirits, and that they were going to come by and do some rituals to make sure everything was fine. They started by the streets nearest the shrine, and they haven't worked their way out here yet. There's not a lot of them inside the walls yet. They said they were expecting reinforcements. I don't know what
I
happened.
wonder how that's going.
Also,
With as few of them as there are inside the walls, it's probably going to be a while before they get out here.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, what was that?
Yeah,
Which-
hopefully they'll leave this smith alone. I
Which
think we could
cantrips
pretty
do you
use-
have?
I have a couple now. Let's see.
Firebolt. I know that one.
Yeah. Shocking Grasp,
You-
Firebolt, Ray of Frost, Blade Ward, Message, and Mage Hand.
Oh, okay. I was wondering if you had Gust, because that might help, like, clear an area.
Oh, I just learned the spell. Actually, I would have to attune to that book to learn Gust, but I just picked
Okay.
up a Gust of Wind instead. I don't
Alright.
want to. I don't want to unattune.
there is actually
Alright.
Blade Ward is kind of garbage. And
It is kind of garbage.
there's only one class that can effectively use Blade Ward, and that is the Eldritch Knight, because they can use
And-
it and still do other things.
That was initially my idea for Kathos. I just keep getting. Like as this has gone on, I've kind of moved away from that.
Hmm.
So, you have
Just-
you have a glass jar of like amphibious
I've got
monster
a jar of
claws,
claws. I've got a jar of claws.
and you've got everything else that you've got. What's the play here, group? You've conducted your business. Is it time to skedaddle for you? Or anything else you ask or do?
What is the play? What are we doing today? I came in late.
We're going to hunt a monster.
Yeah, the monster that you have that tablet for.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna need some holy water then.
I do actually still have a bottle.
Cool.
I
perfect.
can make some holy water.
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
can cast Bless now, apparently.
Give me like 10 minutes and
That
I'll
plus
make some
doesn't
holy
make holy
water
water.
for y'all.
Yeah, you
You basically
I don't
protection
think
from
that I
evil
can
and good
make
of
holy
ritual.
water.
you basically need silver
actually
and
you
time.
can.
Yeah,
You-
but
She's
Yeah.
yeah, you're a cleric. Well,
I do
yeah.
need silver.
you're a certain kind of cleric.
I'm a certain kind of
you
player.
could do something to some water.
I don't think it would come up holy if you got
Unholy
rid of-
water.
Unholy water does 2d6 necrotic damage instead of radiant.
I mean,
So,
Yeah,
to
probably.
Celestials instead of undead and fiends.
Acid
If
damage.
we're- if we're fighting
Additional
any
damage to like celestials and and humanoids. I don't know.
Celestials and
You know, I never rolled starting gold for my character.
But yeah, so you guys are in
Oh,
Schmidku. You've had yourselves a time, but to the
Mhm.
west is the miasma, and thus equipped with your knowledge, are you ready to head in?
I am prepared.
Yeah, but if you're gonna make some holy water, it requires 1 hour, 25 gold pieces worth of powdered silver, and you to expend a first level spell slot per bottle.
Actually, no, because I have ritual casting.
How long is the ritual?
Ritual casting increases the casting time of any spell by 10 minutes.
The time
Yeah.
expenditure is just not worth it here.
Right.
Yeah.
Like if we had, if we were like prepping like a few days in advance, I would just like buy a bunch of, or yeah, get a bunch of silver and just like churn out some holy water. But we're kind of like right here right now, you know.
Well, I think it increases the casting time by 10
If we were
minutes.
prepping that much in advance, I would just go to a priest and tell them to shut up and take my money.
Yeah, but like I could do it for less. So why would we do that?
Right, you
Well,
wander
I'm
through
sure
the
that
area
people
where the
would
one a bath
appreciate
were.
saving the money.
It requires. I just read off was the actual requirements for making holy water off of the item description. So
Well, actually, I can. You can do the same thing, but I can do it with this ceremony spell. because I have ceremony, and I can do it in just 10 minutes, but I still need 25 gold pieces worth of silver, which I don't have. So.
Anyway, so let's go to talk to my contact, who also associates with monster hunters.
Yeah, you head towards the docks in Salzhafen. This district being largely, the deepwater port. There are some new boats that have arrived in spite of the miasma. Many of them bearing the flag of the League.
Of course they would.
Close to the League's hall, you do see some mercenaries bearing the colors as well. Lots of them. They seem to have withdrawn inwards after a quick expansion to Luftmundel and Vennig-Vollenheim. Something is hunting them not just in the mists, but out in the city as well. You arrive on the Salzhafen streets, yeah? As I load the map. It is a bit misty, but you guys have your brine and lilac doused masks.
And I would have, I mean, you know what? If we're probably not gonna cast that spell that I made up minutes before this. Never mind. Fuck it. That was a worthless invention.
It just needs some refinement.
Yeah. It's probably not gonna be important anyway. Yeah, no. Masks. Mask on! Fuck it, mask on!
Quite.
As they say.
The name of the beast?
So yeah, voice, that's a recognizable individual. My good comrade, John Ken, who I've definitely spoken to before.
John Ken is just sort of hanging out by the water. You don't see Fairy at the moment.
How fares the ferry business? I made a pun. I could do that.
And he says, "Oh, is that you, Debbie Bade?"
You could probably tell by my famous humor.
Oh, yes, quite. It really stands out in the mist. Well, not too well, honestly. I'm waiting to hear back on my insurance claim. My ferry got smashed against a wall in the storm. So I'm just out here stretching my bones because I've been cooped up so long.
Well, your insurance claim. With whom did you have insurance?
Oh, well, the League offers small boat insurance at a very reasonable rate.
Shouldn't be doing business with the League, so no good, you know.
Well, I mean, they are what they are, but a man like me needs insurance.
I understand. So, small talk aside, we are here on business, my comrades and I, for the Chartists, naturally.
Yeah.
We come to you in this time of crisis with a question. We hear that there are some strange beastie about the streets these days in the mist, hunting and killing creatures. People, I mean, you know.
Yeah.
You've heard of it, yeah?
Yeah.
We were wondering where we might go to find such a thing and put it out of all of our collective miseries.
Oh, well, I know it's been stalking the streets. It's strange to say, but it kind of reminds me of something that you normally only see out in the waters. There's this deep purple plumage that sprouts in the waters, and then it moves in through it, and it tries to eat. Yeah, I mean, they have long tongues. I can't say that I know what they're called, other than bad news. So, Kathos, you wander down an alley into the miasma, right?
Yeah, just sort of like making sure there's nothing around this back area.
Now, there are visual impediments, so I would say, could you give me a perception at disadvantage?
Oh yeah, sure, I can do that for you. Ears don't fail me now.
Got them big ears.
Yeah, you can't help but
They can
notice,
hear.
Alright, not
Kathos,
bad.
something doing a little lurky-loo.
Ah! That's not one of my drawings.
Jesus.
John Ken just like, yeah, so there's, you
fuck
know,
is
it
that?
might be, I don't know, maybe it's in the waters, or I've heard there've been attacks around Warren Baths.
Oh, go on,
Yes, I was
yeah.
about to say, does there seem to be a particular area of the streets where the creature seems to frequent? Any...
further east of here, I haven't heard of it attacking on the waterfront. That's why I'm out here.
So,
Oh, so it makes
I'll
sense.
point my finger at Callus. And I whisper to him, there's a big fucking abomination of a monster with sharp teeth and one eye down this alleyway.
Callus is going to sidestep, tap Herr Detlev on the shoulder, and no, not to there, and tap Sila and Detlev, and point down the alley towards where Kathos is. I think we got a problem, and then start heading that direction.
So Depupate is not privy to any of this and kind of just continues ignoring it as far as I'm aware, right?
Well, Jen Ken sees all of your friends turn down the alleyway and say, "Oh, where are they off to, Depupate?"
I did not specifically tap you on the shoulder, but you probably heard me from that little distance.
Oh, well, I think there's something to be attended. Pleasure talking to you. Stay safe,
Now,
Mike.
Kathos, you turn around to point your fingers, right? And then looking back, you see the Mistwalker is creeping. Now, Kathos, are you making any effort to be hidden?
Absolutely.
Give me a
that stealth roll.
Give me that stealth roll.
God. There's a lot of mist here. Maybe
The Misty Walker sort of creeps in a southerly fashion.
Oh, I did forget to mention, with the way the message spell works, I did silently respond to Kathos. I'll grab the others and on my way. So he knows we're coming.
I choose to cast Bless.
Bless?
Yeah, I'm going to
those
cast
Bless?
Bless. I'm going to walk through here.
Get that
Kathos,
hashtag blessed in
Sila, and Gallus are all blessed.
Can we get that hashtag blessed in chat?
Hashtag bless.
bless up.
I think that has a 30-foot range.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not used to casting spells.
Bless is awesome.
It's good spell.
The new UI is great. I don't have the cameras rigged up quite right, unfortunately, due to some changes with Whereby, website and service that I hate. But this was made by our dear Heather. She's on Freistadt sometimes. She plays Adonis Halford.
Oh,
it is
fuck.
great.
That's
Also,
so
Michael cards. Hashtag blessed. All right, so you pop Shield of Faith on yourself, Sila?
I do not cast that. I missed, but sorry.
All right. Yeah. So Kathos, you see the Mistwalker is creeping around to the south. It's starting to get away from you as everyone's readying up. What's the play?
I think because we have these masks that are going to allow us to dash, I think that's why we have them. We should just rush it. We should just rush it.
I'll go around the back of this building.
If we're told that it is leaving,
right?
that it is running away, I suggest we move.
Like we rush it.
Yeah.
It isn't exactly running. It's like it's creeping.
I'm just deciding on.
Oh, if it's just creeping, let's try and let's try and get a look at it before. Holy shit!
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Wow.
Yep.
Oh, have y'all not seen it?
Well, no, he brought it up, and I saw it before, but that was more of a Callus in character.
Oh shit!
Like quietly.
No.
Fuck me.
So, Deputy Page, you'd come around the front of this building.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. I was gonna come around so that we could flank.
Now it's gonna see you.
Okay. Well, here's the thing. As soon as
I see it,
I was just
Mm-hmm.
here's the thing.
in which will catch the conscience of the king.
Someone better do something, or I am just gonna run up and stab.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm
I'm gonna hold it
I'm
in
gonna
place
drop
here.
some-
I'm just deciding which one is better.
I mean, frankly, I'm considering throwing a javelin and then getting as close as I can to it.
That could still be a
I
thing,
suspect
but
getting
I just
close
need to
to
know
it
if
actually
this
is
is
a really bad
concentration
idea.
or not.
What is?
Phantasmal Force? Yes, it is. Okay. Excuse me, sorry.
Yeah, but Phantasmal Force is also kind of awesome. It's not Phantasmal Killer, but
Mm.
Okay, so what I'm going to do then, I'm going to use Phantasmal Force.
I'm getting close to it.
And I'm going to make the illusion look... I'm going to make the illusion look like a giant cage has appeared right on top of it, like a cage made out of, like, light.
Oh,
a giant cage of light appears to descend through the miasma and around the Mistwalker. It rages against this intrusion. Swinging and swirling, it lashes out, blindly striking the walls. And then, curiously, trying to lash out at it with its tongue. It does not seem to succeed in these efforts.
Well, it is an illusion, so
yeah,
it actually would have to make an...
Yeah, as long as it believes it's real, it believes that even if it's hitting it, it's doing nothing.
Really?
Yeah, it has to make an intelligence saving throw to...
Well, it probably ain't going past that.
Yeah. On a save, it creates the phantasm. The phantasm includes sound, temperature, and other stimuli, also evident only to the creature. It can use its action to examine the phantasm with an intelligence investigation check against the spell save DC. If the check succeeds, the target realizes the phantasm is an illusion.
Okay,
and the
well,
spell ends.
it doesn't try to examine it; it just tries to attack it. So, if it would believe that it can't hit it, its hands bounce off because it believes they would.
As far as it is concerned, the thing is real. So
the way that the spell reads is that it rationalizes any, rationalizes any illogical outcomes from interacting with it.
For example, a target attempting to walk across a phantasmal bridge that spans a chasm falls once it steps onto the bridge. If the target survives the fall, it still believes that the bridge exists and comes up with some other explanation for its fall. It was pushed, it slipped, a strong wind might have knocked it off. An affected creature is so convinced of the phantasm's reality that it can even take damage from the illusion. A phantasm created to appear as a creature can attack the target. Similarly, a phantasm created to appear as fire, a pool of acid, or lava can burn the target.
Right.
Each round on your turn, the phantasm can deal 1d6 psychic damage to the target if it is in the phantasm's area or within 5 feet of the phantasm, provided that the illusion is
so,
of a creature or hazard that
point is, we roll some initiative at this point.
Yes,
I also
you threw a javelin.
Some spells earlier.
What spell? So
spiritual weapon and spirit guardians.
All right, and what is the aura on Spirit Guardians? What's the
15 feet?
Yes.
All right.
If you see some monster, kills.
I still can't wait for my next feat because you know I'm picking up a layer. Anyway.
I feel like Roll20 lagging this hard is making my brain lag. All right.
That is distinctly possible.
Bruh.
What's the D100 for?
I'm void.
Nothing at all. Going to move the turn order thing and end.
Finally, those initiative bonuses pay off for Katos.
Finally.
And can you give me that spiritual weapon pop, Sila?
Oh yeah.
And it's a 20-foot aura, right?
What?
20-foot aura on spiritual or spirits?
Oh,
No, I don't think it is actually.
Self.
No, it's just outside of the aura of spirit guardians.
No, what is the
it
number
is
of
within
feet?
Spiritual weapons, so I'm gonna.
What's the spirit guardian's range? 20 feet?
Spirit guardians is 15. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's a 15-foot aura around the sun.
All right, the spiritual weapon whiffs. Pat, your javelin hits. Give me the damage.
Wunderbar. I don't suppose you'll let me move as was my initial intent?
On your turn.
Yes, okay. Sorry, the first one, not the second.
Yeah, so it thuds into the watery meat side of its head, and it shakes, blubbering and angry. So Kathos, it is your turn. What do you do?
Our beloved Kathos.
Wow, Corpse One really is like.
Fuck.
It is your turn.
Oof.
Yeah, does that miss or not?
A 10 will not be hitting this day.
Okay.
Does it suffer? Do you get any sort of advantage for attacking a creature you have under the Phantasmal Force's influence? Or I don't think that's.
No, I don't think it says that. And I mean, it can't move. I don't know why. I mean, you know.
All right.
But I will pop back around the corner.
All right. Deputy Paid, turn.
So I'm going to go ahead and get a little bit closer. So I can actually, I'll just get here actually. And with that, I'm going to throw another javelin. So 15 hit.
Nope. The javelin thuds into the wall behind it.
As a bonus action, I'm going to cast my my seal upon the bad news creature.
You do still have 2 attacks, so you can throw another javelin if you want.
Oh, I guess I could, yeah.
Glowing symbol of greed appears above the Mistwalker's head. The javelin strikes with a thud into its blubbery
I keep forgetting I have
flesh.
2.
Its thick, blubbery flesh.
Actually, see, in my head, it's like, I do have 2 melee attacks, but like, there's this distinction between melee and ranged in my head, so it's just like, I don't think of myself as having 2
it rolls
ranged.
on -2 to try and figure out what is going on. It doesn't succeed.
Right. Yeah.
However, it uses its bonus action to do this.
I'm about to be eating on time. Oh, fuck.
It is now here.
Oh, okay.
So, I guess it just believes the cage, like, follows it?
As far as it's concerned, the cage is still around it because it's just an illusion.
Oh shit! And I should have had it deal my damage on my turn. Fuck! I'm dumb. Goddamn.
You can just
you
deal
made
it
a
now.
cage. It doesn't. The cage would, unless the cage has some way of hurting it, you can't actually do the damage. The illusion has to.
Well, it's like a cage made out of light. You know, I just like shock it. But I'll do it next time.
Oh yeah, you can rationalize however you want. It's just.
Yeah. So the Mistwalker's turn has happened. Herdetlev. There is a big, ugly motherfucker in front
Actually,
of you.
I think it has to make a save. It passed through my my aura, right?
It Misty
It
stepped.
did not. It did
Oh,
not pass through
Misty
the aura.
stepped. Okay, I missed
Yeah,
that.
it teleported.
It disappeared and reappeared.
That thing is terrifying.
Lamentably.
I love it. Heather, you're amazing.
Herdetlev. No, Heather didn't make this art. This is just free stuff. The art is the stream frame.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, also that's amazing. Sorry, I thought Heather drew this, and I'm like, whoa, totally different style from usual, Heather.
That's,
Shaking it up.
Oh, snap. Why is there like an independent like D4? Oh, the ghost moving. The ghost moving oil is being. It should be added to the
I
damage.
forget to unclick it because it re-clicks it whenever we leave for some reason. So just subtract the.
All right. So point is, well, it's put off to the side, so we don't have to worry about that much. Point is, the 27 and the nat 20/28 hit. The 17 also hits. The 13 does not. So that's 3 hits.
I'll spend a lucky on the 13 then.
A 15. An 18.
That's a nat 20.
A 13.
I suppose I have to roll another.
I don't know how I did that.
Did somebody drop a 20 on the board? What the fuck?
Yeah, that's the thing you can do in roll 20.
What?
All right, so what what did hit? All of his attacks hit now?
All except for the 13, which I spent my second lucky on, which made it a crit. Now I'm trying to forget how to roll crit
So a
damage.
17 can hit him. Excellent.
So I'm gonna pop my seal and add to whatever damage is happening here.
Roll 2d6.
You do need to roll an additional d8 for your fancy new crit, though, that left.
Oof. What is that? That's 3 plus.
That's a grand total of another 9 points.
It's dead.
Okay.
So,
It went down
you teamed up on it.
Yeah, it also went down far too easy for it to be alone and responsible for all of these deaths.
True.
There's more.
Well, I don't know. If it's just commoners, this is kind of a fucking menace.
Yeah,
especially if they don't all have the mouth protection that we do.
Well, here's also the other problem, though. The Templars already killed. Is it one of these things? I'm going to check the claws and make sure they're similar.
You check
to
the
what
claws,
we saw
and they are a dead ringer for the stuff you have in that green glass.
Okay.
And this thing has all of its claws?
Yeah, it has 10 claws.
The other one.
Oh, shit. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so there's our rock solid proof that this is not the only one.
Well, let's find more to kill before my Spirit Guardians runs out of duration, because I just wasted 3rd level spell slot on this. And
I know that feel so hard. Let's do it.
We do have a direction to go, though. And
yeah.
We were told where there seems to be a higher concentration of people getting killed by these things.
Where is that?
Towards the east, I believe, or but yeah, towards the east is what Jan.
Yeah, Jankin walks over here and she's like, "Oh my! It seems like you guys bagged yourselves a big fish on land."
Yeah, feel free to take everything except for the claws, which I'd already taken.
Oh, that's mighty.
Can you drag that to like the pier? We're gonna take that with us when we leave. Sell it.
Yeah, let's give it to Johnson. We can get another one for ourselves.
Well, you keep that one, I guess.
It has a mouthful of teeth that you could easily turn into one of those tooth clubs.
Ooh.
Those are some evil-looking teeth.
Or like a tooth dagger.
They're going to get so many of these. It's going to be very difficult to carry.
Okay, so how far down does this alley extend?
How far down?
This is the area where we're supposed to go, right?
How far down does this alley extend?
Yes.
Well, I have news for you. It can extend as far as you want.
Speed mapping.
Yeah, and I have to do it on my laptop because literally my desktop is just so slow right now. I can't make it.
Can you imagine how boring that anime would be? It's like Speed Racer, you have Speed Mapper.
Speed Mapper. It would be an anime about procrastination is bad.
No. See, the anime Speed Mapper would be about a cartographer who just runs really fast from anything that tries to kill him. He doesn't fight ever. He just runs. He's really good at escaping. And
every map he draws becomes real.
Yeah, and he draws maps real good.
To be clear, WA did not give that.
So it
payment
would be
payment for the services rendered.
It would be fun just because of the exploration aspect.
Oh yeah, no, I kind of agree. This would be an interesting anime. Not that I really watch all that much anime.
False. Lies detected.
Lee, that's the private discussions that we've had in private, not for the stream. Okay, Jesus.
I feel like we've talked about it on the stream, but okay.
Oh, those kind of shows.
Wait, no, not that. No.
Those whole
in which case, you leave Jesus out of it. He doesn't want to have any of that.
Hotel documentaries? Is that what you said?
That is indeed what was said.
I mean, that's one way of calling it.
This is a good Christian stream.
I don't know what hotel
Not on my
documentaries
good
are.
Seek live stream.
I don't get it, guys. Please, somebody explain right now.
Well, in Japan, they have these things called love hotels.
Never heard of this before at all. Totally.
Okay, I think that's a little bit too PG for this.
Here we are.
See, it's funny because
Disrespectful
one,
Mormon
she might
stream.
legitimately not have ever heard of this, and two, she's bad enough at sarcasm that one can't tell.
Also, if you've seen The Wolverine, it came up in that movie.
I have never seen a movie about Wolverines. What is that?
It's when this army gets to occupy America and this high school team begins to like form a resistance.
No, that is a completely different movie.
The Wolverines!
Honestly,
Yeah,
it
no,
sounds
that's
interesting.
Red Dawn. That I believe is called Red Dawn.
Yeah, but
See,
you know.
because I feel like there should be a foreign army occupying the United States.
All right.
As a person, so.
What do you
I
guys
think this would
do?
be a
Do you guys
good
like?
change
Do
of
you guys
policy.
just go like half? You guys
For
go
legal
half
reasons,
cocked
that's
into
the
the
joke.
mist.
Lee's just like, please, I need to take this all back under control. They're talking politics now. They're talking
All right.
politics.
Hey, you were the one who brought up the politics. Nobody else did.
All right, so
Yes, and my pronouns are now they, them.
you're running.
So is there any miasma here?
Yeah, there is. Texture just taking a second to load.
It's the miasma is taking a second to pop in.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
rendering.
It's one of the last things that buffers when you move from.
If you turn down the shadow resolution, it helped.
Yeah.
Yeah. You head deeper into here, and you find an upturned cart with some. I'm sorry, guys. Part of the reason everything's so slow tonight is that my desktop Roll20 is being painfully slow, and if I wasn't running the stream, I would literally try restarting it, but I can't realistically do that. So I'm literally speed mapping on my laptop for most of it.
No, you poor
If it
baby.
makes you feel better, well, on
You're
mine
doing
too.
amazing,
Like,
really.
just roll 20.
The thing is that like, it's reasonably paced on my laptop.
The idea that you have thrown all of this together in less than 5 minutes is incredibly impressive.
Like seriously,
Yeah,
I attempted to
I
speed
don't
map
under-
before, and it didn't go well. And I was just like, oh wow.
Yeah, you see,
Lee, I stan you.
too kind.
I believe
My
you mean
version-
incredibly
So
impressive.
you guys find like claw marks and some fairly recent blood splattered around this cart. It should seem that it's there was some sort of recent attack here. The claw marks are fairly consistent with the pattern you saw being gashed into the walls by that thing.
So, Lee, I'm going to use investigation for the reasons that it was actually made into a skill in and of itself. I'm going to look around maybe for like footprints and stuff, and I'm going to see if I can figure out how many of them there have been around here, and also maybe where they might be coming from, where they might be going. If there's anything further in the vicinity.
Pretty sure tracking is survival, though. But
I'm not that kind of wizard.
Yeah,
In
so
the pinball sense. I'm
you
obviously
can't
not a
track it,
pinball.
but you do find evidence of 3 separate sets of claws attacking from like a forensic standpoint. If someone wanted to roll me a survival, they might be able to track them and see where they went,
Yes, please.
by
Oh,
all
yes.
means. And if someone had, I don't know, Monster Hunter, they might gain advantage on that.
Ooh.
Now,
Yeah.
Silent,
Yeah, no, that's actually what I was trying to figure out. I wasn't actually trying to track.
you, I can't roll better.
Wow,
with
we
my-
really want to track this thing, huh? Everyone is rolling good.
I rolled well on a stat check. Or a skill
Amazing.
check.
Everybody,
That wasn't
please.
This is
charisma-based.
This is a mission I've had for a while. Yes, I wanna
Everybody,
track
please
this.
clap.
I rolled well, and still everyone else rolled better.
Oof. That must feel interesting.
I mean, you got higher than I did. You have a +4, right?
No, I have a +1. And you have a +7.
We will before the end of the break.
I rolled higher, but everyone else got higher scores than me. Flesh Party rolled higher than I did without advantage.
All right, so
And with only a 1.
I also only have a 1.
Oh wow! Look at us. Who'd have thought?
You guys,
We really want to track this then.
you see 2 sets of tracks. One heading east. One that heads east, right? And it heads east, like, I'll just mark it on the map here, which will ever let me use the drawing tool. It heads east, like, around this corner and in a southerly direction. The other heads west into here, into this broken doored room, which would seem to have some problems. It looks like it's been burst in and violently torn about inside of.
Do we hear anything inside of it right now?
Give me a perception.
Sure thing.
Do I still have advantage for my Monster Hunter background?
I think there's a limit to how far that goes, unless it's explicitly in the background.
Okay.
We hear some shit.
Mm-hmm.
I hear the waves and the gulls.
Mm-hmm.
I'm back to not being able to learn anything from skill checks.
Silent.
Alex just hears, and they ran.
I'm just going to use Control L on the main screen.
So what's good with this rubble?
All right,
My
yeah.
Barney rubble.
My character definitely hears 990 Luftballons in her head.
Yeah, so you see that there's some miasma that's sort of, floated in here. Kathos, you also see that there's some blood on the ground. There is a paper wall that has been torn through to your south. And you see signs of struggle. And also, like, signs of perhaps something have been leaked around here. Overall, the place is scratched up. Yeah, it looks like, I don't know, some sort of liquid was splashed on the boards.
Ew. Like mucus?
Do I hear or see any movement?
You think you hear something breathing, but you're not sure from where. Scylla.
Wait.
I'm
sorry, I was fixing my spell list. Where am I? What do I hear?
You hear something coming through the eastern door.
Okay, do I hear anything else? How many other things do I hear?
What is this, Alien RPG?
It's 22. You hear birds circling above. You hear the rustling of the timbers. You hear heavy breathing. You hear.
Okay, that's really cool. Let's go on.
You
Wait.
You just want to, like, okay, so this door appears to be locked. How do you overcome that?
Fireball.
Hammer.
Okay, attack. Make your attack.
Okay.
And to reference, are you trying to bust down the door, or are you just trying to pop off the lock? Like, is this B&E tactics? Are you gonna get in there and then swing off and hit the A&E protection system?
I need to not make rash decisions.
Oh my god, we were right on the now I am gonna fireball the door.
I thought you declared that action, my friend, but okay. Alright, so you don't go in half cocked and blow up the door with a hammer. What do you do instead?
You yell, "I am the wind" first.
I go in full cocked and blow up the door with a hammer.
Roll me that attack.
FBI, open up!
Where's my weapon?
This is beautiful.
Oh yeah, here it is. Actually, no, I have a sword. Wait, shit, I don't know if that's gonna work. Swords are not as good at breaking down doors as hammers are.
Yeah.
Wait, did we just hear like a fucking saw sound or something?
It's kind of what it sounded like.
Could I like?
Oh,
what's the thing where that you called where you like hold the sword blade and use like the pommel?
Yeah, you want to pommel bash it?
Yeah.
I have a better idea as Callus holds up a crowbar.
Oh,
I've
that's
got a literal
epic.
bat. I mean, we could just
That's
bash the door
epic.
in.
I legitimately have a crowbar.
Oh,
In the list of
crowbar.
items.
That's right.
I have
Probably
already hit
Probably
it
like
with,
more like a Japanese
24,
oddsie, but you know, it's a crowbar.
Fine.
Mechanically, it is a crowbar. Yeah, that is an item in 5th edition dungeons. Don Johns and
And
Dragons.
mechanically, it gives
Gives
you
you-
advantage
gives you
on
advantage on
athletic
strength
checks
to open the
to you know break open whatever you're trying to do with it.
Yes. So, you have advantage to break open whatever you're trying to break open on athletics. Or oh wait, no, okay. So you bash that shit. Yeah. You pop off the lock and it swings open. And we're gonna
Okay,
keep.
never mind.
And
Callus was not about to try. Callus has an 8 strength. He's a wimpy boy.
Did we check to see if the door was open to begin with?
It was locked.
It was locked.
Oh, okay.
We are much better at doors are not the villains for us that they are for Critical Role.
I have actually never watched Critical Role before.
base.
They
I don't know where to start.
okay, they have legitimately had multiple instances where they have had trouble getting past a locked door because they just roll garbage every single time.
All right, yeah.
my
So,
God.
Sila, you see that there appears to be a little
Take
bit of
that,
a.
Critical Role.
Sila.
You can open doors.
Elizabeth, hello, greetings, friend. You see something hulking, its back turned towards you.
Ooh. Finally,
fireball
I can
flies in.
make use of my 3rd level spell slot.
Fireball deals half damage and lights a whole load of shit on fire. It's a 20-foot radius, right?
That is correct.
Okay.
Where's the point
Here's where
of
we find out
impact?
there's stuff in those barrels.
This is important. Where's
Let's
the point of
put
impact?
it like here.
Well, see, the thing is, there's a barrel in there, isn't there?
Oh shit,
That's
That's
there's
what
a
I also
barrel.
would like to
It might be a giant barrel of booze, in which case the whole place is about to be on fire.
Oh, maybe we should do it like here.
No, we're gonna do it right. I'll show you where we're doing it.
Yeah, you show me. I want to see it with the barrel. Ooh,
Okay.
that's
So-
fair.
All right, yeah. So,
Callus sees Kathos about to throw the fireball, and immediately takes cover behind the wall.
Sick.
Nope.
I think it's too late for me to move since I'm the one that broke down the door.
yeah, a little bit. This is
Okay.
This is what I would call transition to the combat funk.
Funk, yeah.
And I think that's initiative right there.
Zaza initiative times. Yay.
Oh, had to make up for my baller initiative.
Oh shit! I forgot to click myself, but I rolled a 15.
All right, I'll add
Do you
you.
want me to redo it?
No, I can put you on there.
All right. Sorry about that.
So good. What's your dexterity?
Like a not horrible, but not great either.
Well, then it's not an 18. I'm guessing that means that it'll go before you because dexterity
No,
breaks
it's a
ties.
14.
Yeah, no. So dexterity breaks that tie, and it goes first. Everyone's on the board, right? The tracker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Alrighty then. So.
How long has it been?
You
since
guys
the
hear some
previous
movement
encounter?
around this corner. What was that question?
I'm just wondering how long it's been since the previous encounter.
I would call it a minute.
Okay. All right.
All right. So, Harry Detlev, you can't help but see something around a corner.
Oh shit. What do you hear?
Oh,
that I
scheiße.
see?
Good. Well, it's not my turn yet, so I
It
can't do
then
anything about
pops
it.
up right here. Now, that is within
Oh.
Sila's aura. Sila, you're still holding this aura down, right?
Yeah, I am.
What does it have to do when it enters?
Make a wisdom save.
What happens when it fails?
Take some radiant damage.
Roll me that radiant damage.
3d8.
Yeah, 3d8. Let me roll it.
First claw, hair debt left. Second claw, debt be paid. Tongue, hair
God,
debt
that's
left.
horrible.
Oh, that is depressing.
It gets
Two ones on a
little.
damage roll.
It's right at the edge, so it kind of makes sense.
So the claw doesn't hit either of you. Hair Detlev, you get a little tongue-tied. You are currently considered to be grappled, and you take 6 bludgeoning. So you lose your temp, and you have 1 in your main. Oh wait, no shit. What the fuck? God damn it! I fucked up your token. What the fuck? Hold on. Sorry. 50.
Okay, I'll take care of it.
It's 59.
Invincible.
All right.
Oh my god.
So that's that particular Mistwalker's turn at this time. It is Kalus's turn. Kalus.
Okay. Okay, but before I do anything else, real quick, this one in here does not appear to have been injured by the fireball.
Okay, yeah. So, sorry, there was a lot of shit happening. It's half of 25. 12.
Okay. I was just making sure it wasn't immune to fire. I was like,
No,
Yeah, right?
it's not immune to fire. Don't worry about that. That is not the case.
Yeah, no, that was about to be incredibly intimidating.
Yeah.
Okay, so, and it would also completely nullify my green flame blade. But what the fuck is like that? Anyway, shit. Would I have disadvantage on this one if I shot it with Eldritch Blast? Because it is in the miasma cloud.
The miasma cloud is indeed obscuring it from your vision.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I have plenty of movement to get into flanking, and I am going to strike it with green flame blade. So Ghost Blade's attack goes off. 19 hits.
Give me the damage.
17 hits.
A 17 will also hit.
Yeah. And there's the damage from the sword. That's 13 slashing plus the damage from... I don't know why it's like that. Oh, you
I'm just
stupid...
not seeing the green flame blade damage load in.
Yeah, something fucked up my my damage die. So it's 1d8 of additional fire damage. So there, fucking hell.
All right, Hair Detlev, turn. Casual reminder: you are grappled.
That's fine. I don't believe that stops me from attacking. Although I don't know if it causes disadvantage on attacks or not, though.
Allow me to search restrained in the 5th edition compendium.
Let's see here. Grand movement, size, research. Here we go. Grapple.
Attack rolls against creature have advantage, and its attack rolls have disadvantage. Yeah, you have disadvantage on all your attacks, but you are flanking. It comes out wash. Regular attacks.
Oh, that works for me. I won't bother wasting the
action to escape. Yeah. Okay, the 18 hits for 9 slashing as you cut at it with its tongue wrapped about you.
I've got the...
Hacking at its meaty flanks, lardy blubber, sploofing blood all over the ground, like slicing open heavy-laden sacks.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna use this.
All right. Yes, a howling Nolish escapes from your blade and rings out in the Mistwalker's mind as Oh god.
And is deceived.
That's literally a nat 20. It has a -1 to its wisdom. It's just rolled that well. Alright, so it resists the damage, and it is Deputy Pade's turn. Deputy Pade,
So-
there's a Mistwalker before you.
I'm going to do something shocking, something that I have never done before. I'm going to place my seal on it, then attack twice with my greatsword.
You have advantage. Swing goes Zweihand.
Yeah, I have also the jokes. Oh my lord.
You hit once. Roll me the damage.
Yeah. Yeah, no, so that's a total of 9 damage, and I guess I pop my shield too.
Roll 2d6.
Yeah. Actually, no, I'm gonna save that. I'm gonna save that. It might damage me.
All right, so that's Deputy Pade's turn. Do you move? Do you have bonus actions? Do you have actions? Do you move?
No, I think I'm going to stay
All right.
here.
It's a different Mistwalker's turn. This Mistwalker turns around. It's not very happy about the situation. It's not very happy about this fire either. It's gonna step forward once, and it is going to try and tongue Scylla Donovan.
She is not
It does not hit.
consenting.
It does not hit.
No.
Creature still has.
Also, it has to make a wisdom save because it did enter the
Mhm.
my bubble of pain.
Roll me that damage.
All right.
All right. It
much
takes a
nicer.
terrible searing. It just its one eye closes and blinks and runs away. That's the Mistwalker's turn. Actually, that's not the Mistwalker's turn. That's the Mistwalker's turn.
Whoa, where'd it go?
Where to go? You saw it disappear
Where'd it
yourself.
go?
Whoa, yes, it does.
All right, it is Scylla Donovan's turn.
Okay, I'm gonna move up to this one and smack it.
Hold
Is there any
on. Can you guys actually see this
configuration?
broken down door? Fuck.
Huh?
Should be able to. All right, now. Yeah.
Is there any configuration? Could I get like flanking from here?
You can get
with,
flanking from.
Detlef?
You can get flanking from either of those southern quarters, but yeah.
All right. Very cool. I'm going to attack it. And that does not hit, so I'm going to use War Priest feat to class feature to hit it again with a bonus action.
Bonus.
The bonus.
You hit. Give
Bonus
us that
action.
damage. Give us that damage. You hack and cut into it deeply. And its blood goes everywhere. It is the real Kathos' turn. Would you please stand up?
So I'm going to begin doing this spell.
Now where are you gusting that wind?
So the first gust is going to go straight down
It's a good
down
spot
the
to
alley,
prepare.
and I'm dispersing this.
Okay. You want to disperse this cloud?
That is no, the cloud down here.
Yeah. It poofs up and away, parting a bit.
And then I'll come over here.
Some of this miasma's gotten into my eyes. My lid.
All right, is that your
That's
turn?
turn.
All right. You hear a followed by a bit of a bang. Wooden shrapnel flies out of this door and embeds itself. Some of it sticking through the walls. There is a pretty quick spread of flame as you feel heat growing to your east. Seems to have set off a bit of a chain reaction of sorts. That area is starting to get a little smoky. A little smoky.
Das ist nicht so gut.
Okay, so now if anyone asks, we didn't start the fire. It was
Oh.
always burning.
Okay, I think I'm leaving now.
I wouldn't worry too much about that fire.
I took psychic damage from that.
Yeah, I'm less worried about the fire and more worried about the jokes.
All right, so it's a
Oh, I
Mistwalker's
decided
turn.
to just lock that away. I'm not gonna.
All right, now we roll the Mistwalker's dice, and we see that it is not, in fact, recharge its ability. So it's going to use its bonus action to try and swallow Herr Detlev instead. Herr Detlev, give me a strength save.
Uh-oh. You're going to regret not trying to get out of that grapple. And also making that joke.
Maybe, maybe not. He passes the save. It doesn't swallow him.
Damn.
He's
It
going
also
to...
takes
What?
a few damage.
But since when do I mind being
Probably.
swallowed? I do some of my best work inside.
All right, it takes 5
Whoa.
radiant damage. It
It
does
still
not...
has to make this save though, so it's gonna either take 5 or like 2.
Well, it's -1, so it's probably going to fail. Yeah, okay. No, it's not very happy with Scylla. So it's going to let go of Herr Detlev. And it's going to
Miss
try,
Walker
it's gonna
remembers
try
best.
and tongue her. That is a hit, rendering you grappled and granting it advantage on these next 2 claw attacks as you eat 9 bludgeoning from the get-go, and it goes swipey swoopy. An 18 and 18
Swiggity
will
swoopy.
both be hitting you. Now, is there a reason you have advantage on that? Is it Warcaster?
No, it did. There was no reason to have advantage.
Alright, so do you actually break concentration?
Concentration is
It's-
higher than the damage, right? Or
It's 10 or higher
no.
than the damage, which 11 is, right? Or am I misquoting?
It's 10 or higher than half the damage you took, whichever is higher.
Okay, well,
Okay.
an 11 passes. So you retain
do I have
your
to make 2
sparkling
more
oil.
for the other 2?
You have to make one every time you get hit.
So
Okay,
yes.
I'll make 2 more. Sorry
And-
that I keep having advantage by accident.
It's all good, Queen.
Well, if you have, yeah, I was gonna say if you have Warcaster, then you do have advantage on concentration checks.
Oh, actually, that's
Yeah,
that's
so
true.
it
I
does
do have
slash you up,
advantage.
and your blood is starting to get everywhere. Its tongue is wrapped around you. It's a hard time.
Oh.
Very happy that I have more HP now than I did.
That was
last
the
session,
Mistwalker.
but,
That was pretty much the Mistwalker's turn, other than the fact that it is going to step here. Yeah. It is Kalus's turn.
Kalus.
I stab it in the squishy bits with a flaming sword.
Ah, so what you're saying is Kalus goes for the caboose.
My goodness, how lewd.
Oh, shit.
Oh my gosh.
You jam that ghost like you cock off. It's got like a tail, not like a combat tail, but like sort of like a barbed-ish tail. And yeah, that shit's been hacked off.
I
Okay.
mean, emphasis is on hack.
Okay. So, wait a minute. What's my plus 4? Oh, right. The 2. Yeah, I was checking something, and then the green flame blade damage is also doubled, so I'm gonna have to do 2 of these. And oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
It's another damage die applied to the attack, so
Oh my god.
so it gets doubled with the crit as well. So I just did 9 plus 27 points of damage,
Oof.
13 of which was fire.
All right. Use how many points of damage?
27 total.
Yeah, so it's
13
dead.
are fire.
It like turns to ashes as you bring down your green flame blade in a single slash,
Okay.
leaving some ash behind.
Is it a pile of cash that I
Does it
could,
actually
you know,
leave
maybe
behind cash?
spend? It's like an MMO. It explodes money.
Oh my god.
Items.
All right, Callus, any movement or is that your turn?
Yes. 1, 2, 3. What do I? Is there something blocking vision here? Because
nope. You can see into it. The door has been bashed down.
Well, I can see into like. Hang on, let me get out the show to. I can see like here to here.
That's just how it kind of works with the
where
wall.
This arrow is.
Yeah, I know that. Like I have you control L on the stream. That's just sort of you'd have to step in to see further to the south.
Okay.
Dun.
That's really weird, but okay. Oh, I see what it was. It was the little the dash marks for the footprints. That are blocking line of sight.
Wait, what?
Though that first or no.
I think it's just
it's doing that.
It's just a weird.
Wrong. I don't have any line of sight. Oh wait. Oh no, I do have a line of sight blocker here and here.
Yep.
I'm looking at the light layer right now, and the only thing is like this one line, as far as I can tell.
Yeah.
It's bizarre.
Because I move it back to here, it goes away.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
It goes.
So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Well, whatever you did fixed it, Lee.
6. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I'm there, and I'm going to. Do I have anything I can do? No, I'm not. Right. I'm gonna save. I'm done. I got my.
That left turn.
I know.
Right. Let's see here. So are these like sluices down here?
Shit! There's more.
So what do you have your eyes on? What do you have your eyes on? All right, you see through a broken down door. You see something that looks like it's slimy. You wouldn't call it sludgy, but it doesn't look like it's moving around. It looks more like perhaps some sort of an egg.
That is an alien egg, and a facehugger's about to come out of that bitch.
Yeah, definitely.
Can I safely assume that there's nobody in that section of the building?
You're free to assume that if you'd like.
Why? Like I don't hear people,
You don't hear anybody screaming about the fact that they're in a building on fire. No.
Okay. Well then, I won't go rushing in there.
You do have a minute before the break, so if this is going to be a longer turn, we might want to just cut it now.
It won't be. I just needed to assess my options.
All right.
I moved there.
All right. Anything else?
That's my turn. Now one. Yeah.
Okay. In that case, yeah, it's 10:30. It's time for the 10-minute break, my friends. So thank you all for coming out. And
yes, we shall be right back.
Break back at 10:40 p.m. This font doesn't have a fucking hat. But yeah, thank you all for coming out.
Yeah, earlier when the green flame blade was not working correctly, I believe what happened was when I leveled the character, the sheet automatically updated, massive air quotes there, the green flame blade thing I had set up on my sheet, so when I clicked it to deal the damage, it fucked up and didn't do right. I have since fixed it, which is where we got the corrected green flame blade damage working again. Yay!
Yeah, right.
I was like, nothing changed. It's one of the it's a cantrip, so it grows with the level ups, and it, but it's not a standard cantrip where it's just you cast that. I have to make a weapon attack as part of the casting of the spell, which is really hard to put into Roll20, or at least I haven't found the correct means of doing it, especially since it does this much damage to the main target, but it also does this much damage to the extra target, if there is one. So it doesn't have only 2 damage types, it has 3, which there's no way to put in there, which is why I just use a regular attack and then have green flame blades with its own damage as a separate roll. And Roll20, fucked it up.
Roll20 doesn't like it when you think things through.
Yeah.
They're like, no more thinking, only doing what they say.
I guess that's why I can't ever learn anything as callous with my knowledge rolls.
Oof. Kinda thinking, only doing things.
I seem to roll okay on my intimidation and deception. Like one time I've had to roll deception, but every time I've rolled intimidation has gone pretty well. Investigation's kind of okay, but that's more like reading. I've only been using it for more of a, or no, insight was the one that I crit on that one time and learned pretty good information from. So that's more like reading people, which is a little different.
Mm-hmm.
If it involves people, I guess I'm okay.
Interesting, because that is the exact opposite of my character. Unless it's extorting people. In which case, she's not doing that, she's doing her job.
I am not persuasive at all, though, which is really
My
funny.
character's very good at persuading people.
Actually, no, the only bonus for my persuasion comes from my charisma. I have advantage on it, or I have a thing that allow me to get advantage on it in specific circumstances, but yeah. I'll be right back.
They still haven't done the dwarves yet, have they?
Yeah.
Oh shit, it was cutaway there. Does he approve your plan? Can he forge while he's enjoying the rain? Oh yeah, you're in like the full hands-on mode, kindergarten approved activities only. Excellent. The plan was just clear interest involved. Pretty good. All your guys are good.
Hi, I'm looking at my computer screen very intently because I'm doing things. Don't know if you can see my face, but hello there. I'm still here, staring at you. As you watch us, I'm watching you. This is who watches the Watchman. It is I. My eyes are bleeding. Thank you for coming to our show tonight. As you can tell, I'm the one who makes the jokes in this party. I make very good jokes, the best jokes. I have the highest German humor abilities that you have ever seen.
I return.
Hooray! No longer by myself here. With the audience, of course. Hello, audience. I'm still watching you. Does that make you feel comfortable? It
No,
should.
you are not watching them. They are watching you.
Oh, I'm watching the Watchmen. And women. Actually.
See, audience, you don't know this, but Debt Be Paid, not Pat, Debt Be Paid has cameras watching you at all times.
Yes, she needs to make sure that you're paying your taxes.
Yes.
No hiding such shit from me. I'm the fucking law.
Debt Be Paid's one knowledge role that she gets consistently well is technology.
Yes, definitely.
She sees you when you're sleeping. She knows when you're awake. She knows if you've paid your taxes or have been committing massive tax evasion or other tax crimes, such as tax fraud.
Exactly. It is one of the highest crimes. Why do you think they put Al Capone away? Tax fraud. Duh.
Well, that was what they finally got him on, because he was too smart to get caught for anything else.
I'm pretty sure the whole reason he was getting caught in the first place is because he was screwing over the IRS, but you know.
Actually, Pat, did you see this got posted in the Discord a while back. Did you see the Doom and Animal Crossing crossover thing with well, no, there was an image where the Doom guy was talking to I don't remember her name, the bunny girl, about the crimes of the
oh shit, yes, I actually have seen that. Yeah.
The crimes of the demons. And it's just listing off all of these things, and then they finally get to the... And then suddenly it's her with a shotgun to the head of one of the tyrants. It's like, you will kindly go to the nearest tax office and pay all your taxes.
Thank you for everyone who made the Bluebee sound. Oh, thank you very much for that donation.
Wait, what?
We just got $20 into the Wild Magic Surge bar.
Woo!
Thank you so much. You really helped make this streaming community thrive. If you guys scroll down on Twitch, you see the Money Honey button under donation. All of that money goes more or less straight to us. Like, we'll lose a little bit in transaction fees, but we get far more of it than if you buy bits or a subscription. So, which we love. Bits and subscriptions help the channel in many ways. So whatever you have and are comfortable giving, your views and participation are the most important thing to us. But yeah, just so you know, the Wild Magic Surge bar at the top right, it goes up when we get those direct donations. Thank you so much.
Speak for yourself, Lee. Debt Be Paid wants money. That's what she likes.
Yeah.
She likes all of us. She doesn't discriminate.
A miracle is the person who gave that. Thank you very much.
Yay!
It's endlessly amusing to me that while we're doing while we're going on and on about the crab after the first session of Freistadt, there were a number of things that came out during the Freistadt games that are like crabs fighting.
Crab battles.
Yeah, no, there's legitimately a game that I can't remember the name of off the top of my head that is it is like crabs battling each other with like random cutlery and things out of with whatever they can get their claws on in whatever arena. There's one of the arenas is legitimately just like a kitchen, and they're beating people with kitchen knives.
Nice. So Tulsa guy finished his turn, right?
Yeah. So
all right, Pat.
I thought so.
Yeah. He declared it. So Pat, here's a debt perspective. What do you do? There's a fire raging to your east. There seems to be a battle squaring up to your west.
I'm just going to... Oh, okay, so I can get that. I get that. Actually, I probably get that. Alright, so since my thing I didn't get to use on that one up there, it transferred over here, right? Or did I have to see it? Like, how does that exactly work? Let me see. I don't have the updated version of my seal.
Oh, you mean so like?
So I think it just evaporates and I get to place another one on this one.
Nah, it's
right?
you have to be able to, like, when they die, you have to have a valid target.
Okay, so it's just useless then.
Sort of a smoke 'em if you got 'em situation.
Got it. All right.
I'm
well,
pretty sure she had line of sight on it because if I put Callus in like here or here, she had. I can see it in all like. I have line of sight on it, so.
I mean, I had line of sight, but we didn't
I don't know what
the
I don't know what the range of it is.
It's basically sight. The only time range matters is if you're getting the health or not, and that's within 30 feet. Yeah, so you move the seal. It's on it.
Okay. All right. I just wanted to make sure. I was fine with it not sticking around. Anyway, though, that is 2 attacks.
The second one hits.
So the second one hits, right? So I do actually get that treachery. And then I want to put my blast. I'm gonna wait on that seal because I feel like I'm about to take some. Yeah, I'll wait on that seal. Zato's my turn.
Okay, it's the Mistwalker's turn.
As nobody else is back yet.
It doesn't get its shit back. It tries to tongue the person right in front of it. It misses Debt Be Paid, whose AC is 18. It throws out 2 claws, a miss, and a hit. Critically so. Are you what? Can anyone explain that to me?
I don't know
what just happened.
0 slashing? I don't know what this metrics are.
Oh, it's supposed to be 2d6, but it was only d6.
Okay.
So 9 and 12.
That worked. What's the fix?
I went and changed it real quick. I had made a data entry error. You get slashed for quite a bit as your blood joins some other dried herb blood on the ground behind you. Within the mists. And that was the Mistwalker's turn. It doesn't recharge its ability. It didn't hit you with the tongue. It doesn't have a bonus action to use. Sila Donovan, what do? You're not restrained anymore either, because the thing that was tonguing you burned to a crisp.
I'm not restrained anymore. I measured this out last turn, so I'm gonna go here and attack it.
Alright. You run up and it gets done up. Roll with that attack.
And that's going to be a
Clean
bonus action as well with my War Priest feature, because I also want to
Sorry about that.
Heal Debt Be Paid?
Me.
You're healing yourself. You get 13.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I was closer to dying than you were, sorry.
No, that's fine. Yeah, no, at this point I am going to drop my
Pop
seal.
the seal, roll at 2d6, and yeah, as you drop your red iron Zweihanda upon your foe, you see a black gold flame emerge around it. That's strange. You don't remember getting that as part of your package deal. So, yeah, Sila Donovan, turn.
That's my turn.
Katos.
Yeah.
As much time as we've spent around Debt Be Paid, I'm sure by now we figured out that's a thing that only happens around her.
In fairness, she's here basically every time. So, like, they could just think that it's something that happens with charterists.
Yeah, people figured out by now.
No, I know. I'm just being silly. I think everybody knows what she is.
The real Katos steps...
That web has no idea.
Oh, God.
The real Katos has stepped into the doorway.
She's a tiefling, isn't it obvious?
Yes. That is the extent
that part
of
he
it.
knows. Reminds me, I have to go visit that other one.
She was a tiefling. She was a demoness of greed. Could I make it any more obvious?
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god.
What? They gave you a 10 on Brain Blast last time as well. That's annoying.
Whack.
Well, you don't seem to find slippery fish brain to blast, unfortunately.
Maybe it's mindless.
Fucking fish.
That's absurd. That is rolled a 3 twice in a row.
These metrics are silly.
22.
Hey, actually rolled something different for once.
Alright, so... Kathos, I don't suppose you'd have advantage for any reason. We're just testing the dice, right? Greg? You're muted, by the way, Greg.
Okay, I've been speaking and wondering why people were cutting me off.
Oh, so sorry. No. I
didn't realize I was muted. My fault. Yeah, I was like, I can't believe I rolled a 10. I'm just gonna roll that again to make sure.
Yeah, I figured you did because it was so bullshit. Like third 10 in a row. But yeah, lamentably.
So I'm just actually gonna use my bonus action to blow all this wind. Like,
all right. A powerful wind gust overwhelms and pushes away the mist, which would have like gather in this corner of the room for want of a place to go. They sort of push out through some cracks in the walls, but it's captured. This door flies back and hits the wall inside the mist. Yeah. So you Gustin.
That's all I got.
All right.
I guess I got 5 more movement. No, I don't. I can't even go back out that door. Okay.
The fire rises. As
Oh,
Bing
scheiße.
said. And
Maybe if you take care of those eggs for us inside the room.
We're trying to save the city, not burn it to the ground.
all right, so
What's
Kalus,
the difference?
Yeah. Good point.
we burn the city. Kalus, it is
We
your turn.
burn the city.
Do we have
We
no
do a
other
pretty
choice
job of
but
not
to burn it
the
all
down.
to ash?
Oh my God.
Mhm.
I mean, would fix a lot of problems.
Nuke it from the orbit. It's the only way to be sure.
Yeah.
And so far as I'm aware,
Exterminatus.
orbit is
Or wait a
not
minute.
available for us.
No, I was here.
Not
1, 2, 3, 4. There. I have advantage.
We
Now-
built this city.
That's
Guys, that is actually just a.
Go for another
fucking
green flame blade with
rebuild of
advantage from flanking.
That's a hit. That's a hit. That's
Nice.
that damage.
That's 10 slashing, and the 1d8 from green flame blade gives me another 1 fire damage.
Wow. It is looking terribly beat up. Herr Detlev, this creature's bleeding all over the place, bouncing all over the place, not going to be with us for much longer.
Woot woot, kill steal. Now I'm assuming I get flanking there, yes?
Yeah. Draw a line.
Making sure.
Do it. Sure.
Cool.
Do.
Turn on advantage, attacks. There you go. Looks like 2
Yeah,
hits to me.
you run up and it gets done up.
29
You,
damage.
you slice out a row of its teeth. Its gums bleed all over the place. Its mouth begins to collapse as you break its jaw, and it just sort of sputters, officially dead on the floor.
Lee, I sent something new to your DMs. You might want it instead, or in addition to. I don't know.
Oh shit. You know what we've been neglecting?
The fire?
Boss.
Fire.
The bless.
Oh, you guys have been blessed this entire
True.
No,
Nobody
I-
has been
uh,
rolling. It's an additional d4 on your attack rolls, on your saving throws.
Oh my
Bless
god.
is fucking awesome, and nobody
I
has
didn't
been
get
using
time. No, so there
Is
is.
that what that yellow circle is?
Yes.
Yeah, it was that you guys are blessed.
Fuck.
Okay.
Yeah, I should have probably reminded people that.
No, I mean, you didn't have to. I mean, the fact that there's a fucking yellow ass circle on me, I should have been like, oh, I wonder what that means.
I wonder who put the yellow circles on things.
Realistically, the only thing that it might have saved was when Scylla got grabbed. An additional D4 might have saved. I don't know. But
does anyone have an idea what its AC was?
Well, so now here's the thing: is
Like
Bless is up to
17.
3 creatures.
Okay,
so
yeah.
why the
16
aura?
or 17.
Yeah,
I'm gonna look around.
Look around.
Yo, hey guys,
The revolution is happening.
I think
In
I
New
see
York.
something. I see
Where?
something.
The
Oh,
eggs,
nope.
What
Not going there without backup.
Okay, let's see what
All right. Well, I guess I'll go down there.
I've seen major image shows.
What is major image? Oh, fuck.
Major image is a spell.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, so
I'm
there's
already pulling out the
Are
aura.
those eggs?
I think they are in the same building as that other.
yeah,
as the
those
other
are in
button
fact
box.
eggs, and you see also some smoke wafting in your direction.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Real interesting.
Okay. So about that.
Oh,
Oh
there's
shit.
a lot of fire.
Yeah. Callus is gonna start hosing down the flames with Ray of Frost.
Let me
Alright,
see what
so-
spells I might have that are helpful here. No,
Make
no,
me
okay.
like 3
Yeah,
Ray of
alright.
Frost attacks.
Huh?
Make me like 3 Ray of Frost attacks.
Okay.
Wait, what do you mean there's fire?
Or I
there's north.
shouldn't have done advantage for that, but whatever. The
The fire to the north.
Oh.
We didn't see the fire.
Sorry,
I don't know why you're
there.
putting that out.
It's okay
I
for
feel like
her
we
to
should
make
be
the joke.
destroyed.
Because we don't want to burn down the entire building.
Why the fuck not? There are alien eggs in here.
It's funny because I can sing.
We can deal with the alien eggs. They're.
Okay, go up, touch it, and deal with it. See, yeah,
I ain't gonna fucking touch them. I'm gonna sit back and shoot them with Ray of Frost and Eldritch Blast. I mean,
I was just
stupid.
gonna fireball the
Did someone
entire
say
area.
touch them?
Well,
I'm going to start
save your high
jabbing
level
them.
shit and just firebolt the damn things.
I guess, yeah, that big. But it doesn't go bang.
They're not going to attack us, or if they do,
Yeah, I guess. All right.
it's an egg.
Alright, yeah, a single cantrip attack.
That's what I say about a lot of
now.
people.
bursts any individual egg. Kersplat,
There's also a
kersplat,
hole there
kersplat.
to the underground.
Left only is some fluid, liquid, and chunky bits of, overdone egg, where once there had been, a proper egg, and it goes plaquette, plaquette, plaquette when you hit it in the neck.
Oh my god.
Okay, so all the eggs in this room are done.
Yeah, I mean, you guys walk in there and, ice all of them, right? Or fireball all of them. You go in there and shoot all of them. You know there's
Ice
a
and
chest
fire
in
force
amongst
damage
it.
all around.
And would your intention be to continue north and take out all of the fire, Callus?
What the hell's in this?
Yeah, I don't want it spreading to the rest of the city. I'm gonna.
All right, you after a moment manage to cleanse the zone, and
I'll pop this bad boy open.
yeah, you see that there.
I will assist.
Is there more fire here, or is that...
No, it didn't seem to spread to the other buildings. Yeah, so you open up the chest and you find it was left unlocked. You find brewer's tools, fancy clothing, a fur hat, 200 GP worth of jewelry, 200 GP worth of league notes.
Oh, very nice. I will inform the party, and then we'll split this up amongst each other.
Foreign money.
I say versus.
So it's not it's not foreign money. It's paper notes issued by the League and valid at League halls, normally for like travelers, so as to not be carrying around a whole lot of gold that they could be robbed of.
Like
It's a
traveler's
check.
checks.
It's a traveler's check.
More or less.
Yeah.
So, what color are these fancy clothes?
What color are they?
Yeah.
Better
They
be careful.
are
Lee.
red
You're
and
gonna get
gold.
betrayed and excommunicated like the Templar did.
The League might. Yeah, so the clothes are red with gold trim.
Okay. I think I can get the gold trims probably dyed red, but I'm gonna rock these.
Alright, alright.
For the benefit of anyone watching, I was referring to the real-life Templar and not the in-game Templar.
Yeah. So you pop through the chest. This appears to have been part of like a warehouse stroke counting house. There were some things stored here. It looked like a lot of it had already been taken. Like before whatever happened. It looks like there were some people in here to get blood on before. So it's, you know. And they clearly broke in here and were nesting and making more of themselves.
This over here, is that a hole leading down, or is that just a hole?
No,
in the
that's a
wall?
hole that's been ripped in this paper wall.
Okay, so it's not, there's not like a tunnel
No,
or
it's
anything.
not like
underground
it's not like
here.
a descent. It's like a punch through.
Okay, that's good.
Okay, so divided up, we all get 44 gold from this loot.
Assuming you liquidate the League
We
notes.
still have to sell the stuff though, so we can't just like add.
I mean, I guess we won't have like 44 gold right now, but I mean, I'm pretty sure we're not going to buy anything from here until the time we get back to the 5th watch. By the time we get back to the 5th watch, I'm pretty sure we'll liquidate it. And so,
If you'd like to just like skip that step, I can just shell out the gold, take the stuff.
I accept.
Sounds good to me.
Detlev knows people. He can get this stuff turned over.
Now,
Cool.
these things you hear about me being criminals totally made up.
I didn't say you were a criminal. I said you knew people.
And Lee, can I have the brewer's tools? I want to keep amassing like tools that I can use. I have like an herbalism kit, alchemist supplies from the.
Oh, you got an
Sludge
herbalism
lab.
kit?
Yeah, and I have an alchemist supplies from the Sludge lab.
Oh, shit.
I want all of the tools.
You realize you only have proficiency in the herbalism.
I
kit,
know,
though, right?
but I'm practicing. Don't worry.
Okay.
Could you, like, in our spare time sometime, teach me to use an herbalism kit? Is that possible?
I would have to
Perhaps,
discuss that
perhaps.
with Lee, but I think that would be.
Yeah, no, you guys could be spending your downtime, like, you know, learning that sort of stuff.
Lee, I'm going
Sharing
to look
knowledge.
around. Is there any indication why they chose this place as a nest? How many there are
Roll
outside
nature.
of the family? Clearly, there's more than just these.
Roll nature.
Yeah. Is there some sort of like fucking alien queen? Damn, how do I keep rolling really well on things that I have no right rolling well on?
It's supposed to be 220 because 44 of it's supposed to go to me, but you get my point.
Mm.
I give the other four 44
Alright,
gold respectively.
Yay!
Dr.
I now have
Wait, does
75
blessed
gold.
affect? And we each get 44 gold, right?
Correct.
All right,
I'll just take the items so we can save that step.
all right.
Keep it easier.
Bless is worn off by now, though.
Okay.
Unless it's 3 creatures
Oh.
within a 30-foot radius when it's casted. It's not an aura.
All right.
Yeah.
And is it like
So how-
one?
Is it 1
Thing.
minute?
Yeah.
Also, I don't have this aura anymore. I think it's been more than 10 minutes since the first encounter.
Yeah, so, you guys rifle through the stuff. You don't see any paperwork or anything left behind. It's just a building. Pat, you pinging there intentionally.
No, I'm trying to move.
Um,
So yeah, look around, and with my nature check of 17, I'm trying to see if I know where there might be more of them. If they, if this is like a thing that has a hive structure, or
so
if this is like a
you
lone
examine the creatures and find them to
creature.
be hermaphroditic. Any of them can mate with any of them. They appear
Oh,
to
fuck.
have had a little triangular arrangement and made some eggs.
Gross.
Right, that means there's one more.
Oh, so they require 3.
I like it. It's an
I
interesting.
think we just
structure.
destroyed the eggs. I mean, at a certain point, it'll come
They're
back
called
for
like
us.
thruple.
So you don't know how many were here, but you do know there were 3 of them in the immediate vicinity that you found evidence of, and you've killed 3 so far. You haven't heard of there being like massive swarms of them, but it makes sense based on what you've heard that there was more than one. You don't have decisive evidence either way that you've solved this problem permanently, but you do have 2 full remaining corpses.
So is this like a
Assuming-
hole in a wall or a
Now-
hole in the ground?
I do actually have
Wall.
a question
All
about,
these are holes in
about all
walls.
of this. Does the miasma, do they give it off?
They do not seem to produce it.
Okay. They just take advantage of it.
Yeah.
Indeed. Something else seems to be causing the miasma.
Oh,
Do you
there's
guys want to like
symbiotic-
stack up on this door and like pop in here?
Yeah, I'm just like, toodaloo.
All right. Do you so you try the door and it's locked. Do you have thieves' tools proficiency?
No, I don't.
No, but we have big, heavy weapons.
You have
Wait, is
martial
this a
weapons
person's
proficiency.
house?
That's probably more responsible.
So
I mean, could I just firebolt the lock?
It's possible people live here, but in general, Saltshaven, Flesh Party, I will say you will probably destroy the wooden door faster than you will the lock. And even if you were to put the lock, that would probably just render it inoperable, not, you know.
Can I ray of frost the lock and then someone else hit it?
Yeah, that would give them advantage on their attack against it. If you froze it and then you wanted to pop it.
Yeah.
I still have that crowbar for ease of popping locks. So if anybody's seen what happens when you rapidly heat cold metal, apply ray of frost followed by firebolt, that shit'll break.
Oh, yeah, let's do that.
Correct. So
there goes that ray of frost, and then the firebolt goes down.
So the ray of frost followed by a there's a breaking and slight shrapnelification of little bits of metal flying everything where you blink a little. And you guys see into a stone-floored room. Here you find some stairs down, not unlike those you found in the bar back in Kathos' first adventure. And you also find several barrels that don't exist yet because I'm foolishly mapping on my very slow computer rather than my alarmingly faster laptop.
Which is okay.
Yeah.
For those
see,
of you watching at home,
you see a hand
science
cart.
is really fun, even for a magically based universe.
You see barrels like parked up along this wall. You see a chest of sorts. You see some various boxes strewn around.
Someone want a crowbar one of those barrels?
Yeah, do we know what's in the barrels? When you look in the barrels, I look in the barrel.
Alright, you pop open one of the barrels, and you see that it seems to be just like... Bless you.
Thank you. I am blessed.
No, actually, I think that's right.
So one of the
Oh,
barrels...
actually it is. Yes.
One barrel full of pickles. The other barrel is full of grain.
I love pickles.
The smaller boxes
Haha.
contain
T-word.
assorted
No, she's actually not. She just likes pickles.
hammers
No, I know.
and
I know.
hammers, nails, small bits of driftwood, bricks, and some mortar, as if they're construction materials, and the large chest is
I feel like we broke into someone's
locked
garage.
by a heavy iron lock hanging from the latch.
Hmm. Well, is there any indication as to who lived here, who resides
Do we see
here?
any like recent activity? Like, do we?
What sort
Can
of
we check
things
if
are you
they're,
looking
like,
for? Like, you
if we
see, okay,
if-
so like it seems pretty clear to you that people are like still living here.
Okay,
Oh.
then I don't think we should mess with this. Let's
Yeah.
do the cool hot and cold trick with the other lock and see if we can kill any more monsters before
True.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's pop this one open.
the end.
Can,
Guys, I am remain convinced
I have
that
one
this is
pickle.
someone's attached garage, and we just busted down the door to the garage, and that is like, and that this is over here, the
Mhm.
door to their
I'm
house.
okay with that.
All right,
Yeah,
so
no, I wanna make
We're
sure that
looking for monsters.
if you want
We're-
do you want to punch the chest? Do you pop the chest lock?
No,
no.
this
but I
is somebody's
will take
house.
one.
That's theft. That's bad.
Do you want to try the?
That's
And-
immoral.
Do you want to like try this door?
No, I mean, but could we have one pickle?
Maybe one pickle.
I think we each get a pickle.
All right.
I don't take any pickles though.
Callus is taking the guy's
All right.
stuff.
Wait, is there any indication?
You guys
that
hear
monster-
like you hear footfalls slowly falling upon boards through the door.
I take a pickle and run.
All right, and for reference,
Yeah, I mean-
Kathos, what's your passive perception?
14.
Okay, yeah, Pat, what are you saying?
I'm not gonna run, but I am going to look around to see if there's any indication that there were other monsters in this area.
Also, I have a passive perception of 17.
Okay, but you're inside.
Oh, that's
Um,
true. I am inside.
So
Yeah,
inside,
you
and
find
I
no
might-
evidence of
might as
these
well
beasts.
look-
You think these beasts would have had to burst down a door to reach the interior? It doesn't seem like there's very
Okay.
likely.
Guys,
however.
we should probably be getting the fuck out of here then.
Yeah, you hear from the west.
Yeah.
Who goes there?
Charters.
Yeah,
No.
Oh yeah,
Chartists?
definitely leave.
What is going on with? We saw smoke. Has there been a fire? What is all this?
There has been a fire.
Yes, and I put it out.
There
You
are
see some
strange
people-
monsters from the sea up here.
Yeah.
As you can tell, I've killed a few. You can see the bodies. I have the proof. And I lift up the claws
Hmm.
that I have been taking from all of the bodies, as I mentioned in the chat.
Yeah. So they're like, oh yeah, very good. They point to the building. Did this warehouse get lit in the course of this battle?
Yeah,
Yeah.
those monsters are fucking crazy. Yeah.
Ah,
Oof.
well,
We put it out.
But yeah, but it's okay. I put it out.
yeah, well, I mean, you know, they gesticulate. Not a lot of people want to store things in buildings that have holes in the walls, though. So, we will, you know,
Well-
report this when we get back to the league hall.
Well, not a lot of people want to store things in a warehouse with monsters in it.
That is true, but I mean, you know, we're not on the legal team. You know, we'll let the pencil, the quill twiddlers work that out.
Oh, really, guys? Come on. Could you just, like, you know what I mean? We really
We
kinda
didn't
did you
put the
guys
holes
a
in the
favor.
wall.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I
We
mean, you
put
know,
the fire out.
but
It was either we do it or you go in there and fought the monster. Have you guys fought monsters in here yet? Did you want to go do it?
like,
Should we go and let you handle these fucking
like,
lizard
well,
things
well,
that
well,
have been
well,
killing
well.
people?
Look. I am not saying that I am not appreciative. But you know, I think as your friend there would know, they gesticulated Deputy Paid. Sometimes the court systems have different ideas about culpability. I'm not saying that we're going to, you know, throw you under the bus or anything, but there's obviously been a fire, and if you were sent to check it out, what the fuck are we supposed to say? You just told us you're Chartists, and that in the fight, this happened. We're going to go and say, some Chartists killed some monsters around the warehouse, some shit got fucked up in the process.
Okay.
All right.
It was the monster's fault.
I'm just
But
waiting for the
I
fireball.
promise you, I am not responsible for any collateral damage here whatsoever.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know.
The Chartists are completely not responsible for any of it.
You know, I didn't ask for anyone's name, and you didn't tell me your name. So I mean,
So,
but
these
we know
fire-breathing
you.
creatures that we dealt with.
I'm gonna need a little deception there, quick. Oh, they're like, oh, wow, they breathe fire. That must be why there's so much ash around here. Oh, okay. Oh no,
Now,
they came, then they
So
were.
would that be a deception or would that be an intimidation?
That's a deception.
I
She's
think
lied.
Deception?
She specifically said they breathed fire, which is an absolutely a lie.
Yeah.
Well,
And
but I
it is
mean,
actually
is she
quite
saying
out of
they breathe
character.
fire, or is she like looming over them, going, "So these fire-breathing creatures, no."
No. This was
I think
100%
they
a lie.
try
She's not
to.
the
I
kind
think
of person
I
to
think they
lie.
try. She tries to loom over, and then like they sort of like take it as her like you know that like meme of how it's appropriate to talk to short people. They think that she's just like doing this to them, and but they take her totally at her word. They're like, oh yeah, so these things are fire. Well, I mean. Yeah, we'll go back and we'll say there have been a fire-breathing monster attack. I mean, normally they'd want a little more proof, but honestly, with the course of the last week, I feel like they're probably going to write it off as just another loss.
Yeah.
If you want more proof, you're kind of standing on one of the charred corpses of these things. They
Don't say charred.
This arbalist is kind of gonna like step back and like, oh no, was that an instance of cannibalism or did
Yeah,
you...
they're crazy, evil creatures. Terrible
Oh, okay,
monsters.
so another one of them charged the other. I see.
Mhm.
It got caught in the crossfire.
Ah, the
Part of the
crossfire.
process or something.
Yeah.
I poke my head into the basement.
Don't
Like,
do anything over there.
I'm inside. They can't see me.
Fair,
all right,
fair.
Herr Detlev, you find your way to a basement. It
If
seems to
Silo
be.
wasn't right there, I'd be trying to open the chest.
It seems to be full.
I'm fine. You can open any chests you want.
It seems to be full of like various. Like it has some food, but there's like, food and clothing down here. Seems like somebody like store. Sila, the door to your east opens, and you hear someone exclaim, "Oh, what are you doing in my house?"
Sorry.
Called it.
The door got hurt in the fight. We were
Yeah,
checking to make sure.
we had a little
You
kerfuffle.
don't see this, Deputy Paid. You're like out in the street right now.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, but
We had a
you
little
do,
kind of
kerfuffle
around.
with some-
but
with
you
some
do
fire-breathing
hear it
monsters.
though. You do hear,
And
and you know what? Who else hears
Oh.
it, Deputy Paid? The people who are here who are like, who's in your house? And they're like, I don't know. Is this strange woman I have never seen before? What are you doing here?
we
made a
just
mistake.
like had a little bit of a scuffle with some fire-breathing monsters, and we were under the assumption that the entire area was kind of abandoned due to the close
Proximity
right
of
one.
proximity to a monster nest. So we
Like,
were
a
looking for
monster
more
nest?
monsters in order to finish our extermination job and
Okay,
head
so
home for the day.
as this conversation is happening within earshot, I'm gonna whip out some charcoal and I'm gonna put it on the ground and stomp it down and just like ash as much as I can.
Okay, so
I'm trying to make it look like I killed a monster in the basement.
all right, so okay, so I thought you were trying to make like a cloud that would float up.
Nope.
Okay.
just like the pile of ash, and be like, I killed the one in the basement, and just leave.
All right, so there's like a bit of a pile in the basement now.
Also, the scorch marks on the door.
Do you step out?
Right? Yeah, after I do this, like, yeah, I'll just like, yeah, kill the one in the basement, and then just like take silent and leave. I don't wait. I just go.
Like, oh wow, yeah, you charters are doing a really thorough job. Well, we appreciate it. Everyone's been really on edge since
Yeah, they don't get the chance to say that much. I just push her out the door. Like,
since
yeah,
the fight started.
welcome, bye.
Yeah, it's the it's the League mercenaries, but the Commodores are a little bit aghast. Like, oh, there's one in our basement, oh no. But they're like,
No.
hearing this, they're like, oh wow, you charters are really cleaning up around here. Well, yeah, if you wouldn't want to get in your way, if you'll just be off then, and if you'll let them know there's fire-breathing monsters in the district, I'm sure the League will invest in, fireproofing the area.
Probably a good investment. Yes, spend your money on that.
Yeah, well.
Investment in the city is always a good thing.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
I don't know. Poor investment at this point. I mean, cheap real estate and everything, but
Yes, please continue to invest in the city and do business here. Totally good. The economy.
The sarcasm was apparently totally lost on Debt Be Paid.
So the soldiers.
No, my character is not good with sarcasm.
The mercenary just like withdraw, and they go back to report what they learned, which is that there were fire-breathing monsters around here.
Callus steps up to Debt Be Paid and leans over and quietly says, I am so proud.
I am not very proud of my actions. I need a drink.
Yeah, Pat, I wouldn't call that a very lawful action, would you?
I need a drink.
I have one.
Nine. I would do it at my own house.
Why would you do that to a cat?
I like how I kind of say, Greg, I love having your camera back because I could tell that when I would describe the pickles, you were just thinking to yourself, funniest shit I ever saw.
Debt Be Paid is definitely not like, she's not like cool as a cucumber right now. She's probably blushing furiously. And
reference,
she's just,
Kathos, did you jack a pickle?
Feeling terrible.
Yeah.
What color?
All right, do you eat it?
Oh, we didn't watch this either. She is like shale colored, so her blush is probably purple.
Yeah, she blushes purple. She's just like, I can't believe I did that.
So the party is cleaned up, and for the moment, you can't find any evidence of further instances of these beasts. You do see that again, all the windows and stuff seem to be boarded up. It seems like people are sort of like those who are left are sort of sheltering in place, like the people who had sort of the storage of goods that you wandered into. Things are a little bit on edge, and the League does have patrols heavily around their base, which is 1 hex from here. I think this is RTB, though, because you guys have put in a good day's work and you have 2 corpses with you. Do you stop by and, try and sell what you can to Kathos' contact?
Should we?
Oh, yeah.
I think we should, right?
Yeah. She buys them. We've got 2 intact fucking... is it 2? Did we vaporize one of them? Or what?
Yeah, you vaporized one of them, so you have two salable corpses. John Ken, watches them for you. And...
I mean,
I examined the eyes on those things.
The claws and teeth are probably hardy enough to have survived the fire, but...
Yeah, no, I've been taking all the...
Yeah, I'd say there's a set of claws and teeth from the one that got burned. Like some bones, also, Fishy bones, but bones nonetheless. Some people notice you just dragging the corpses through the streets, but then they recognize you and Schmeidku and they're like, oh hey! And everyone seems to be pretty upbeat to see you. You would turn again.
I would like to put forward that Callus has now survived 2 sessions without taking a single point of damage.
Indeed. So it is Gertrude's turn. So you arrive at Gertrude's place, 2 corpses in tow, and so one of the eyes got gouged out, and the other burned up. But there is one perfectly
Kathos,
functional eye,
do it.
Kathos.
There's one what?
There is one perfectly functional Mistwalker eye.
Yeah, I'm gonna take that eye.
So, for
I
the sake of the fan art or whatever, I assume that at some point during our dragging these bodies here, we felt the need to weekend at Bernie's these things.
Do you have an alchemist?
No.
Do you have like alchemist proficiency?
I have an herbalism kit. Does that
Yeah,
count?
flesh party. And not quite.
No, I don't.
Alright.
But I would like to hang on to it, maybe in a jar, that stuff that the lady has,
Yeah.
in order to maybe if I can find someone to make a wand out of this or something.
We do, in fact, know 2 alchemists that we could ask to do something with it.
One of whom is adjacent from your present location.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
so
probably
you get the eye and roll me an Arcana.
Okay.
Icona.
Oh my god.
IKEA.
All that weird shit with the arcane psychopha and the eyes, and I don't know, something about this, it just made me be like, I should take the eye off of this fucking thing.
So, you think that the eye, there's something strange about, like, the stalk. And also a certain, like, milkiness to the eye. And you think that there's something about the fluids in there. Maybe if you could cut it and drain it and grind up some of the meat of the stalk, you could incorporate that into a potion which would augment sight in some way. Or it could potentially it could potentially be used as the focal point for an item.
Oh, I like that.
Makes
Yeah, I'm gonna
sense.
hold on. I'm gonna get a jar of that.
Oh, yeah, so put notes somewhere that you have a Mistwalker eye. And you guys have, I think now, 4 sets of Mistwalker claws, 3 sets of Mistwalker teeth. And Gertrude, of course, offers to buy some of it off of you, or you can just keep the corpses.
I mean, I would suggest we sell as much of this as we can. I'm personally going to sell the claws that I've gathered.
No, don't sell the claws. Don't sell the claws. I think I want to keep the claws.
I
Yeah,
will give them
also
to
we...
you then.
I was about to say, also, we literally just bought a set of claws at the beginning of the session, so it kind of seems like a waste to come back and sell them all back.
I
Yes.
mean,
So you guys harvest.
how much are you going to pay them?
So what else
pay
do
me for them?
you harvest? You harvest claws, teeth, 1 eye. Anything else you take from the Mistwalkers?
Oh. Pat, you making me want me a goblet.
Like a fever.
I actually have 2.
Where's
my other one?
I suppose.
Patch of skin
Roll
for
me,
leather,
roll me,
like
roll me a
Cloyber,
nature.
or
Roll me a
not?
nature.
Not on me though.
Or survival.
Nature?
Nature or survival.
Some of their hide for leather.
It is sort of a watery membrane. You're not sure. It was tough, but a lot of that was also the muscle and the lard you were cutting
That
into.
just means I don't have to do it. Saves me the effort. Silver lining.
Little better.
Callus is like, I think there's some legs in this, some bone in this part of the leg flap thingy, and a whole lot of blood on Callus and Kathos later. You got some leggy bones.
Are we just covering her fucking?
Anything else? Well,
floor with
presumably you do
blood?
this like the alleyway. You do this under the scenic view of the broken earth and the red iron towering broken spires coming out of the blue sand earth.
It's okay. You can't even tell there's blood on me for the most part because of my red armor.
That's why it wears red. So yeah, you guys harvest those things. Do you then do you then sell the corpses to her?
Yeah.
All right.
You know what would
she's
be really creepy though is if the armor started drinking the blood.
So she's offering you 45 GP.
Offering how much?
45 GP for toothless, tooth and clawless, and
Honestly, it sounds
hind-legless
reasonable.
corpses.
Yeah, that's worth it.
All right.
Yeah, that actually
So
sounds
the
like
group
some good-
gains 45
good
GP,
haul.
and she's like, "Always a pleasure doing business with you, Kathos."
Hey, is that the total or per person?
That's the total.
Okay. So everybody gets 9.
Yeah.
Or, yeah, 9.
Do you guys stop by Wrath shop across the way?
Sure,
Yeah.
ask him how
I
he's...
mean, I like Wrath. Why not?
Yeah.
Warum nicht?
You can ask him about, I want to ask him how... Oh, Gregor's still hurt. Sila, you want to
yeah, no,
help
so Gregor should not actually still be hurt.
Okay.
Just taking it, but yeah, Gregor's hand is like, oh, wow, hello, yeah. Wrath still, you know, is taking on as his apprentice now. Wrath's like, yeah, you know, he's doing pretty good. Hey, Callus, what can I do you for?
Hey,
forget
how's
about
that, how's that, Ghostsmith, you know, down the street doing? Is he,
the
he's
competition?
still working on that same sword?
You hear 8,590. Bing! 8,591. Bing! He's like, yeah, I think he's still going. Most of the ghosts have vamoosed and the blue flames have died down, but he and his buddy are sticking around.
Interesting.
I mean, he's a smith. He's doing his job, so I'm actually okay with this.
Yeah. So tell me, what's up? I see you guys got a little something on you. You go out do something exciting? Come back with anything? I saw you at Gertrude's place. Not to be too presumptuous, but I know what she deals in.
Yeah, we killed some monsters earlier today.
Oh, what kind? What kind? Creeper crawlies? Big blubbies?
Yeah, that's pretty accurate, actually.
Some kind of amphibious fish thing.
Ooh, fish thing. Blubbery.
Lots of teeth.
Teeth. Oh, I know how to work with teeth. He says, giving a toothy smile.
As do I, and I give the most winning smile you have ever seen
Amazing.
on Callus's face.
Amazing.
Making
Tiefling moment.
excellent use of that actor feat.
No, so Debbie Page, you're hanging back.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was specifically kind of trying to watch the smith work for a little bit.
The Spirit Smith. Yeah. You come by and you see he is still folding
Desiring
the steel of his
that.
blade, and you see what appears to be an ancient, a long sword of the ancient style, a katana being forged.
Indeed.
By a Spirit Smith. You see an Iron Man still functioning, bringing him out, you know, some bellows and set him out. And
strange.
down here, meanwhile, on the farm, Roll20 on my desktop is lagging so hard I can barely even scroll around. I hope that we're not dropping frames like mad on the stream. But yeah, Wrath, happy to see everyone, happy to do business. He asks how the Saber is treating Detlev.
I'm not cursed, so I don't have to kill you.
Well, hey, win. But I mean, hey, if you got teeth, you got claws. I mean, what you looking to do with those?
I don't actually have any.
I would have given them to the party, I suppose, after we discussed a financial arrangement.
I lean over to Wrath in a like conspiratorial
I don't
whisper
have
kind of way, and I say, "So I heard if you take the teeth or the claw, one of them, they weren't quite clear on which, but if you take one of the two and then you grind it up into this powder, and then you serve it with some kind of alcohol. I think it was like a red wine or something. If you mix it all, mix it up real good, makes just the best aphrodisiac you're ever going to find."
He's like, "Oh wow, that sounds like a real Newtown kind of deal. I feel like you would figure something out with High Narzen, Walltop Salon
Does he
style."
believe me?
He's acting like he does. You can roll me a deception. 50 deception. He's at least humoring the idea. He doesn't seem interested in buying it, but you know, or engaging in it. But you know, he's bantering. He's happy to banter. But yeah,
Okay.
does anybody approach Wrath with any orders or questions?
He's at least not sure I'm lying. I'm okay with that.
Didn't I order like a really flexy, bendy water sword type of thing?
House of Flying Dagger style?
Yeah, didn't we agree that
with the
did
intention of like turning it into a belt, and then I sent you a DM.
Oh, shit.
Oh, a ribbon sword.
Oh,
what
shit.
kind of weapon did you want it to be in 5e mechanically?
Oh, I suppose a short sword, because that's how long it would be, roughly.
Yeah, I would say you could have that done by now. He's like, hey, check out this, and he whips it out, and it was floppily.
All right, that's gonna get turned into a belt.
All right. So yeah, Greg.
Yeah. Wrath, would you happen to have any staves available? Preferably like a staff that's red iron, maybe with like some kind of slots in it. I could put magical little things, knickknacks.
He's like, yeah, sure. I mean, I've been doing business with some of the guys. I mean, people from all over town were sent in from the guards to help lock down Stall Shrine. So not everyone was a local. Some people were like, man, it's starting to be away from my job. And I was like, well, you bring me over some of that red iron, maybe we'll do something. And I found this nice, let me come. You hear a banging sound. He comes back out with like a nice red iron quarterstaff. He's like, this here beam was in some sort of swinging blade contraption, I hear. But it was all iced up and popped out by the time they got there.
Oh, wonder how that happened. So, can you make that into like a really cool like staff?
He's like, well, what kind of staff are you looking for? You looking for something a little focusy? A little hocusy pocusy?
Yeah, definitely some little hocusy pocusy.
What kind of hocusy pocusy are you looking for here? We can work with that.
Well, can you imbue spells with the staff? So I would, if you can, I would.
He's like, well, I mean, I can, if I have the right something, I can do a little something. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's all about the materials for a street alchemist like me. So if you've got something that can do something, I can make it do something. I know how to work with red iron now.
I pull out, all the I pull out the eye and some of the other, viscera and stuff we collected from the Mistwalker.
He's like, oh my, hello. Well, what do we got here? Huh? Let me look at that. He closes one eye and looks real close to the other eye. He's like, And it's got this little meaty bit here. Yeah. I think we could do something with this. Now, we're going to need some sort of a gemstone to properly... To incorporate an eye, you need a gemstone. Don't ask me why. It's just sort of one of those things. But yeah, I think if we had a gemstone, we had some red iron, and maybe some sort of a... Something to really crest the top. Like, I don't know, some kind of wood, some kind of, like, decorative metal.
How big a gemstone? Like, how a little more details on it.
He's like, well, I mean, like, ideally we'd be talking fist-sized, but we could get by with, like, one, a little bit smaller. It can be raw, it can be rough. It doesn't have to be pretty to look at yet.
Okay, yeah, so we don't have anything, like that right now, I don't think.
Wait, didn't we get a whole bunch of jewelry?
We got some jewelry. We didn't get anything with a fist-sized gem.
Yeah, so do you want to, like, bring out the jewelry?
Yeah, let's take a look at it.
He's like, all right. What do we got here? We got some sapphire, we got some topaz, we got a little this, a little that, a little column A, a little column B.
What?
Could
you compensate for size
GP
with number?
Agate for some reason.
You have an agate worth 100 GP.
I don't know why.
Well, I mean, like, if you got it, you got it. I'm assuming, I don't think agates are, like, that expensive. They're common rock formation, so it's probably pretty big. Do you want to just be like, hey, here it is? Does it mention the color or anything? Okay, so
it just says agate. This
agate is like almost looks caramel, like a lighter white and darker orange swirled in with lines, and it is about the size Wrath described. He's like, well, hey, that'll do you the trick right there. Nice. And you know what? I think I got enough to work with there. We could sort of mold it out. We don't necessarily need the decorative metal. We put that in there with the eye, the red iron. Maybe we get something that does something. I mean, I've never worked with one of these before, so it's never a guarantee. But I think it would do a little hocus pocus.
About this here jewelry, whatever's like left over that I could heat metal and kind of just
So
castable multiple gold for you.
Yeah, so you can. So basically, this will be a red iron staff, red iron quarterstaff, plus gold from various jewelry, plus 100 GP a gate, plus a big ol', plus a Mist Walker's eye, and you've given this to Wrath, and you're basically trusting him to just make you a staff.
Yes.
He's like,
So-
all right. Well, you know, Niku came by and she sort of set up a Chartist tab, so don't need to worry about the order. You know, I'll invoice her. I'll in-scroll her for whatever the ultimate cost winds up being. It's a lot, yeah.
So
it's a
what
lot-
are we expecting? Like a Dragon Age blade staff?
I don't think it's a blade staff. I think it's like, I think this is. Correct me if I'm wrong here, Greg. You're expecting the end product to be a quarterstaff when you wield it as a weapon, right?
Right. I mean, it would be a
Okay.
quarterstaff with it as a weapon, but I feel like
It's You're probably
want it to
gonna
be
hold it and do magic with it, right? So it's gonna
Yeah.
it's gonna be a red iron staff with stuff on the top.
Yeah.
right.
It'll be a spellcasting focus among other things.
It'll be an
Right.
Oh
arcane.
shit, we got
Among
raided.
whatever else you
Yo.
You
get.
got raided?
Yeah.
Oh, hello. Welcome to the Magic Item Dialogue BSMT game.
You caught us at the end. We had an exciting monster fight. Monster
Indeed,
hunt, in
and
fact.
now we're having that eye turn into a staff. He's like, yeah, Kate, those, you know, you'll come by in a day or two, and I'll have it all ship shape for you.
Sick.
Wonderful, wonderful. Always happy to do business with the Chartists.
Mm.
And Greg is like, oh, hey, Kate, those, you saved my life. I'm really appreciative. Yeah, I'm going to be helping Wrath on the staff. And
Hey, I'm glad you're doing better. You know, you lost the crutches. You seem a lot healthier. I'm glad it worked out for you.
Yeah, no, I'm feeling, well, a lot better.
Well, you know, keep your head up. Things will continue to, you know, get better.
Thank you for the follow, Ookie Ducky. You actually get to name a generic NPC every time you follow if you have any names for us to slide out there to a commoner.
Mhm.
Okay.
All right.
The pretzel guys.
Oh shit, are they still here?
The pretzel
No, they're
Mockins
not
are back
in
home.
They work at the tea house now.
Yeah, so you guys
Oh, yeah.
march out through Freistadt back to your home. Your base at the Fifth Watch. And yeah, you guys are basically back at the Fifth Watch, drinking and having a good time.
Hell yeah.
And yeah, Kate, those you will pretty soon have a sick ass staff. And
Nice.
with that, I think we call an early feedback phase unless there's outstanding business I'm not thinking of.
Insofar as I'm aware, there's not in my front, at least. Still waiting on Swing to settle
yeah.
that.
So, question: the spirit tablet didn't react or anything to any of the.
Well, so like 12-sided guy, we need to talk about it. I need to view the VOD of what exactly that tablet was supposed to do. Because I feel like all you know is that it exists, and they gave it to you at that time.
That is exactly.
I think it had a specific spell, and it's somewhere buried in chat log or a VOD log, so I'll have to go look for it.
All I know is we got it from the Templars, along with 3 balls of holy water, when we
Alright.
promised to kill the things in the miasma
Yeah.
on our way to.
Silver Market.
I believe it was the metal deal.
Yeah.
Okay.
So with that,
I
yes.
do have one other question, and that we may or may not want to do on stream, and that's because it's only semi-related to this. And what is that?
What is
You just
what?
walk into the Fifth Watch and you see this guy, this
Mind your own
individual,
business, okay?
sat at this table in the corner.
What the fuck?
Where is this mime? I don't even see him.
Bottom right
Oh.
corner.
Oh, Jesus. Is that going to be someone's character?
I
That-
didn't think anyone would notice him already. Just
Oh my god, Greg, you monster.
He made the mime. He said he was going to, and now he actually did it.
When Greg says that shit, he means it.
Greg, did you really? Oh my god. Oh my god.
No, but my question was, how's the Shrine Keeper now?
She's still upstairs, Lee covering, healing up.
Okay,
Good.
but much better than
much better than she was.
Much better than we found her.
Excellent.
Okay. I take it she's not in a state for questions yet.
Not really.
Okay. Then never mind. Because once she's in a fit state for questions, Callus still wants to have a conversation about some of the things.
The things.
Yeah,
Okay.
there are still some questions remaining about Stall Shrine.
Many questions.
So some in regards to her and why that ghost was so fixated on killing her, and perhaps
Yes.
another little thread that may have to be pulled on later on,
Indeed.
before the book on Stall Shrine can be closed, permanently.
Mm-hmm. All right.
But that was it. That was the last thing that might have that I had an idea to maybe do.
And
anything
with that, we move to feedback phase. Now, in the interest of keeping average viewership high, what we're going to do is I would ask that you give me one thing that was your favorite, one thing that was your least favorite, and one thing you'd like to see more of while the stream is still live. When that is over, I will cut it, and then you can tell me any additional stuff. We just want to try and get through it in less than an hour, which had kind of become the average time for this. Does anybody have to go to sleep anytime soon?
I got a splitting headache.
Great, hit me with it. One thing you like, what you didn't like, what do you want to see more of?
I like the hunting aspect, the tracking down the leads, and finding our quarry in the streets.
Mm-hmm.
That was
That's the up. What's the down?
I felt like the mist was pretty easy to deal with, and even if we didn't have to deal with it, not being able to dash wasn't all that bad.
We prepared for that, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we prepared for it.
But they did think the miasma didn't really feel like it was dangerous.
No, and I guess my thing is the fact that we were able to have masks, and that we didn't really have to use any resources to get that. Like, we don't have to really spend spell slots or anything. We were just like, we're okay. And even if we had not had those masks, like, how many times in combat do we often dash?
I don't think anyone dashed.
Yep.
I definitely dashed in the very beginning of this, when we first saw the thing.
In general, not a great environmental effect for the miasma. I agree. What would it seem?
Yeah, it just kind of, it's a great concept, and just was
not so
it might have been
exciting execution.
Well, with the enemy it was with, I guess, or at least that's it.
Sir, what did you see more of?
I would like to see environmental effects and stuff like that that really have synchronicity with more synchronicity with the enemy. I like that they were able to jump through and misty step to each different mist. But besides that, I feel like the mist didn't have that much synchronicity with the enemy. So I'd like to see like layer actions and shit like that. Us against not just an enemy, but the environment as well.
For sure. And with that, with the truncated format, I'd say that's a point. So of course, you can always message me, DMs, or hanging around. Although I know you got a splitting headaches, you probably got to go. I don't hear anybody else too loud. So Pat, favorite wants to see more of.
Okay, so I like this. One thing I particularly liked is that you responded nicely to, at the very least, my feedback that I didn't really want to go into like a disease-ridden city, and you sort of allowed our feedback to change the nature of this part of the city, and I think that's really really good of you as a DM. And you know, I'm sure
everyone to be comfortable.
It's disappointing to others. Anyway, sorry. Yeah, I'm rambling as I often do.
That's the up. The feedback changed the world.
One thing.
What's the down?
Yeah. So I think that the league was as kind of like a legal enemy at the end kind of took me by surprise. I don't think my character reacted in the smartest of ways to that. That said, she did a damn good job of it.
But so,
I think it might have been better if you'd foreshadowed it more. It might have been a more interesting scenario in which we are hunting this monster and, you know, we can't do a lot of collateral damage because this is all owned by the league and we don't want to get in trouble with the league. So I feel like that could have been better foreshadowed.
We did hear a little bit about the league. Like, we received league notes.
And not enough really to figure out.
Right. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
That it was going to be like a kind of
that's fair.
Big
so,
force.
Like, if you want, so you'd rather I foreshadow consequences.
Just more just more foreshadowing, because it's nice to see these consequences of our actions. But I definitely was under the impression that this was kind of an abandoned area.
This wall has been rotated wrong this entire time.
I was under the impression that the area was
and
was not necessarily abandoned, but that people were retreating from whatever area was most under attack at the time.
Yeah, and I want to see more of. Actually, I want to see more of this area. You know, I came off super hard as not wanting to explore it, but I think this is an interesting place. And now that
or like places that have miasma.
Yeah, I want to find out what's causing the miasma, because I feel like there's a creature causing the miasma now. Something that
gone full robot. Still not back.
Pat, you're breaking up terribly. But basically, you want more of the miasma.
Pat, you're gone.
Yeah, Pat, we cannot understand you at all.
I guess, yeah.
Elizabeth, no, Dark Prince. Dark Prince, you're next in line. Dark Prince, hit me with it. One thing. Favorite.
Okay, one thing I liked, the creature designs were I mean, we dealt with them fairly effectively. They weren't I think they just rolled really bad on their attacks or whatever, while we rolled pretty well for the combat. But they didn't feel particularly threatening. That's not really like a criticism, just an observation. But they were very interesting as you know, like an introductory enemy to this kind of issue. They're definitely quite disconcerting to look at. The xenomorph egg things with just because of the other associations was also incredibly creepy. So I mean,
what was the down?
But for the down,
was there a part that was slower than the others, or?
I mean, not really in particular. The thing that I liked the least was dealing with the league, though I did think it was interesting, kind of having the well, we might not be using this place, but technically we own it, and any collateral damage is coming out. We'll take out of your paycheck or whatever. But what do I want to see more of? I want to find out what is actually causing the miasma and deal with that. That is the #1 priority in regards to this particular issue as far as Callus is concerned.
Yay. Okay. Elizabeth.
Yes.
Favorite. One favorite.
One good thing, I really like the enemy design. They were very creepy. I felt they could have been a little bit more mechanically scary, but they were very intimidating. Bad, I don't know what it was. Overall, it just felt like this session was a lot shorter. I know that it is going a little bit shorter in general. We usually go to like 12 or 12:30 usually, but it still felt like it was a little like it was kind of rushed through. And something I'd like to see more of, I really like the environment and the whole kind of vibe of this whole session, where it was like they were like these like fog teleporting creatures in this like misty city. I felt really kind of immersed me into a lot of this session.
Yay. Immersion. 12-sided guy. Favorite. Want to see more of one of each.
Favorite and least favorite are oddly enough the same thing in that we didn't solve the mystery of the miasma. That is both my favorite and my least favorite session. As for wanting to see more of either, well, I say either, but like the Shrine Maiden or Hime, I have like a bond for the character I'm trying to fulfill. Right, for character development, love interest.
Yeah.
Ladies. Alright.
I mean, it's on the sheet. I rolled for it. I got to role play, or at least pretend I'm pretending.
Role play? Yeah, no, that's fair. And I think you also expressed interest in Narzan when you met her. Absolutely.
That's me. See, that's how you keep it short.
Now, oh wait, we've already done Pat, right? Yeah, okay, cool. That was everyone. Thank you all for coming out so much. We do a lot of great work here on this channel. Really appreciate everyone. Check the links. This game has a council voting element where what the city council does is determined by both players and viewers in the Freistadt category of the Discord. Council voting, you can put in a react. Additionally to that, if you follow us on any of this stuff, we'll send you ads and all sorts of stuff whenever we go live. And you'll be able to come through and see. We normally run a little bit longer, do a little bit more. This was sort of a rush session for a lot of reasons, and not least of which being there was some annoying technical difficulties on my end. Very sorry about that. And this is sort of a transitional time for the show that is Freistadt, because we went from having a very clear objective, knocking down Stall Shrine. Like, we had the more free form, we went to the Stall Shrine, now we're back to the more free form with some of the old stuff not taken care of. So it's just sort of me transitioning back into that frame as a DM. And yeah, we appreciate you out. If you like some of our art, it is both there's free download and there is paid download of Apocalyptic Americana. I'm pretty sure over 800 tiles, right?
Oh yeah, it's huge. And the monsters, or Megacorp's Marines and Monsters that I'm working on right now, like literally right now, that's what this is for, is gonna be even bigger. And
yeah, so over 800 tiles, lovely pixel art. Please consider it. But I'm going to finish shilling now. I'm going to throw you guys over to our friends at D&D Plus. So, I will see y'all on the flip side, but thank you so much for coming out. Everyone, you really make the experience what it is to have a community who I know will show up and just hang out. Appreciate spending your time with us.
Thank you.
Right now.